And now we faint.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you so much.
See you next week.
Thanks
for tuning in.
Freaking out here.
So it's hot, guys.
Yeah.
And surprise, thank you all for joining us on this last minute. I mean, we're always going to hang, but it was a question of what type of hang we were going to do.
What types of hang are there?
There's the gaming hang, and there's the clip show hang.
Oh, that kind of hang.
That sounds nice.
Hey, Kate, what kind of hang are we doing tonight?
The gaming hang.
Yes! Kate's a trooper.
Yeah.
Kate is the best.
Absolutely.
So, I reserve the right to take back everything I say.
This is going to be like a dream sequence, right?
It's going to be like the birthday stream where Kate was given a bunch of extra XP, except this time she's going to be given
It's
a
not
TARDIS.
written down.
Oh.
I want extra XP.
You do
Oh,
not
and I
get
even
it.
spent my XP, so I should
Oh, Kung
raise
Fu.
that.
There, we'll do some clips. I'm just not sure.
We have some clips set up for John's Fancy Corner.
Ooh.
And we may end up doing a clip show at some point in the future, but...
I think we should. We got some great clips.
Yeah, we did. And we...
Specifically
Next
demanded
time one
some,
of us
actually.
stays out of town long enough for us to not be able to game.
all right,
Challenge
I'll go.
accepted.
But we'll probably save like a full clip show for when all four of us aren't here, because we'd just rather run a session.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I mean, if you guys don't want to see us game, let us know. Facetious. Facetious.
Hashtag
Am I
facetious.
on-
Big
Am I
crossover.
tilted?
No.
I'm a little tilted.
Nah.
You've got
See the
a
back
Dutch
here?
angle.
It's got-
You're.
It's a little
Dutch angle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's
Rocking a Dutch
do you
angle?
wanna-
It's the house that's tilted.
Oh, quick. Distract them.
What? What's happening?
So John's gonna get a little
This
shaky
way.
here. Yeah.
Whoa.
I have to distract them with my Sharknado earrings.
Okay, so she gave it away, folks. But
Guys,
this is
I'm wearing
Sharknado
Sharknado
That's
earrings.
perfect, Kate. Yep.
Okay, so then the tripod thinks it's totally off balance.
I'm sure
Well,
it really helped
whoa.
when I
Cheeky C,
Drunk
whoa,
tripod.
what are you
threw my hand in front.
what are you yelling
Shoulda had a
about?
V8. Ah, no, I made it too. Oh, this is so exciting.
Yeah.
We're distracted.
Should have had a V8, yeah. Except for the fact that I'm allergic to tomatoes.
But are you allergic
Also,
to
Oh, we gotta
blueberry
get a high five
cider.
today.
Oh,
There you go.
right in the thing.
No, come
Oh.
on. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Yeah.
That's okay,
Captain
guys.
Daff,
Captain
that's-
Daff, we're so sorry.
Yeah.
This was on us.
This was a last minute thing.
What do you mean your recap's not done? Skype in right now, Captain Dan. I'm just kidding. We love you.
It's alright, because of the nature of how we ended last session, we actually have a special recap for today.
It's true. It's true.
Our recap is
Past selves.
we play a game of roulette, and whoever we land on dies. Wow.
I'm allergic to tomatoes, but I could actually drink a V8. I'm allergic to raw tomato, specifically. Like, juice is probably okay, and if it's cooked like in a sauce, it's fine.
Let's test that theory.
No?
Force feed it. What is that?
It's me juicing a tomato.
Oh,
Okay. I
But
was
it was
just like
you getting a drill.
throwing,
Like,
I was just throwing tomatoes at his face.
Oh,
That's
that's
an asshole.
I've lost a week somewhere. No, Father, you haven't lost a week.
Can you imagine?
Well,
We're like, so guys, thanks for joining us after 2 weeks away. It's been a lot has happened,
Yeah.
actually.
okay, Robo Jorek, Half Array, and Val the Supreme are ready to
It's
go.
Robo Jorek, half alright, and Roosevelt.
And now I'm picturing Val in like judge robes with silly white wig.
Perfect. Got like a
Well, it's
plastic
going to be
bag.
one of those days today, guys.
Well, we're a little out of control.
It's okay. You're allowed to be.
How is this different
Thanks, bro.
from every other game that we've ever had? Ever.
Less comfortable, I guess. Just kidding.
I can make you less comfortable.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Kate.
Kate,
Come down, you
Kate.
talking about a bloody Caesar?
Oh,
I mean, I can.
Oh, Team Jorek. Jork.
Laura!
It
No.
was only a week, Cheeky C, since the last session. We were originally not going to be playing this week, and we were going to have a clip show instead, because we didn't think Kate would be able to make it. But here Kate is.
I'm back.
She walked for
From
2
outer
days
space. No.
to get here.
No.
I didn't sleep for 2 days, basically. But, yep,
Nice.
I'm here.
So that's gonna be perfect.
So I'm just going to ask the chat to weigh in. Hashtag live or hashtag die. One more time, now that you've had a week to think about it.
I think some of you changed your minds over Twitter,
We'll
too.
we'll try not to influence your decisions too much, but let's hear it. Hashtag live or hashtag die. As we are starting today's session 1 second after the last session ended.
So,
Which means that for you guys who may or may not have spent experience, you may not use combat charms against Exquisite Tide in this encounter. But
Great.
after that, you can use
I can
them.
go off and be the most radiant
problem.
Sun King that ever radiated.
Such a radiant
And
sun king.
not.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've got a bunch of hashtag live thrown
Wow,
in
that's
there.
a lot. Hashtag live.
Where's Artemis? Damn it!
And I like Schrodinger's.
Schrodinger's
I like that a lot.
I love
actually.
it.
If you put Tepet Exquisite Tide in a box, she's alive.
Well, then she's
Bridges.
technically both alive and
Wow,
dead until you
everyone's
find out.
hashtag live.
I think she likes to drum up business for
Not that
herself. I
have
love that
any
fabric.
new
That's amazing.
non-combat charms, but non-combat charms would fall in the same.
Yeah, like socialized charms in this thing would not be permitted if you
Okay.
bought them
And
right now.
would not. So we're good.
Cheeky C apparently has 7 votes.
Wow. Well, yeah.
Of course. Cheeky
I mean,
as
it's
you are.
GGC. I don't know.
I'll take this opportunity to shout out to not only Ian, the Onyx Paths community manager, and somebody who is responsible for making sure that we can bring you the best in Exalted content that we possibly can, but also our mod, She Who Knows 10,000 Things, Ira Gwen, with the Jade Sword, ready to assist you if you need with any
That
knowledge.
was really good.
But don't forget that we have
Purple
many
vision.
other people in the chat who are very knowledgeable about the game, probably with more access to the rules and such than we do here at the table. Despite the
Yay!
fact that we do have the core.
It's big and heavy and it's over there.
It's big and heavy
And
and
weak
it's,
right
it's
now.
off camera and it's very hot here. So we're going to try to move as little as possible so we'll get the book when we need it.
Yeah.
If you guys have any Kung Fu Fenris, 3 votes
Whoa.
for die.
Wow.
Live with no legs. Damn.
well,
Laura-
that seems like a fair compromise.
Laura, I think I mentioned this in a past stream, but it's actually like a running gag in my mind. Anyway, I don't know if anyone else is in on this
It's
gag.
funny for me.
Yeah, there's a rule in Exalted that if you take a certain amount of
Right.
damage, you're allowed to instead. Well, I mean, in the rules it's described that you may instead take a critical, like you may lose a limb essentially.
A scar.
A scar.
They call it like a battle scar.
And I've always joked that if I ever took any lethal damage, any amount whatsoever, I would request that I be paralyzed
From the waist down.
Instead of
amazing.
So
instead
like
of
you're
damage.
like Ray has to carry around like C-3PO,
Or
and you're just like, oh,
it's just
oh,
a
like,
friend.
as you're like looking backwards as she's
What?
just like
Friend.
kicking ass.
Yeah,
all the time.
exactly.
Oh, you don't recognize me because of my red arms. So good. Wow, whoa, Kung Fu Fenris.
I hate that
Yeah.
dragon blood crap biscuit.
Crap biscuit. Damn.
All right, bonus points to whoever's able to call her a crap biscuit in this stream.
No
All right.
Let's
So the
go.
crosshair has
Right
a
here.
question, and I'm actually going to make you guys do it.
Oh,
He would like the players to write in secret their prediction on how it'll go. So I want
the
you to write
Twitters.
Yeah.
hashtag live or hashtag die.
Just like that? Okay.
Yeah, and at the end of the session, I'm gonna have all of you hold up your predictions.
Oh, that's all?
I mean,
Okay.
you can elaborate if you
No,
want.
no, I wasn't sure what we were predicting.
But you're predicting whether Exquisite Tide will live the session. I love how
I think it depends.
one of you is just
how
gonna write
involved-
hashtag die, and the first thing that's gonna happen is I pull out my gun.
I just drew a penis. I don't know what you guys did, but
Oh, that's great.
That wasn't.
Oh,
do you listen?
oh,
it wasn't die,
Sorry.
it was dick.
Exactly, Laurent. You get me,
Oh,
buddy.
Hashtag dick.
Jorex. Yes, so good. Oh
That's a G.
man.
The Fathic says up here, hashtag die, she is crazy, and with her out of left field mind, even if you pact bond to her to not hurt unless attacked, that is open to interpretation in her crazy,
That's
unbalanced
exactly what
mind.
Ray is
We
thinking.
were talking about that actually.
Now,
Just pull the arrow out through the other side of her neck. Now,
Wait, I
Fathic,
got this.
I know, Fathic, I know that you were trying to be nice when you said that, but in fact, pulling the arrow out through the other side of her neck is probably the way that she'll take the least damage.
Mhm.
Pull the arrow out in the same place, and you're more likely to do
make
more
them
damage.
barbs go back the
Yeah.
other way.
Liz turning a penis into lemons.
So they call her Liz Lemon.
That
Is
is
that
the reason.
exactly?
Kaylin Silverfur goes in with the hashtag dick butt.
God damn it!
Direct.
Oh,
Okay.
messiness.
So
Hello, everyone.
I'm
Charles Barkley
so
in
glad. I'm so glad that I have everybody here.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who's been sending us things such as fan art, fan bonus content, or not bonus content, bonus fan art, fan content.
Yeah.
I know that it's wonderful for us to see it. So we're pleased to see it from you guys. However, not unless it goes through the spinal cord. Fathic's just bringing the pain today.
Get a big board with a nail in it. Get over here. Get help
Val
you
just
use
pulls out a scalpel.
Shing.
I can almost feel the emotional scar tissue forming.
Today's session, for sure.
So let's see if our players are still talking to each other at the end of this session. But I'm going to let you guys throw in for your. I'm going to let you guys throw in for a recap for
Perfect.
the three of you, and then we will. Then we'll have our special recap just before the session starts. After you guys explain what happens right up until the moment that we ended this past.
So, as we were headed into Nexus, we encountered a woman who had been kicked out of the city because she had been spreading word of the Angel of Nexus, and some woman had her beaten up and thrown out. It came to light that this woman had a very large hammer. Pretty sure we knew who that was. But this individual who had been kicked out, we spoke to her, convinced her that we'd help her out, and we brought her back into the city to get some of her belongings, and she gave Ray?
She gave me it's a powdered leaf that's used to treat burns.
There we go. And then we noticed
Hello,
something.
Gideon McBain. Gideon McBain.
Yeah. And then there was a big pillar of light downtown
Whoa!
that we went to chase down.
A big pillar of light. The circle assumed that it was Pearl flaring, you know. So we rushed over, and it turns out it was. Pearl was locked in a life or death struggle with Exquisite Tide on a rooftop. Ray and Val were launched towards the rooftop just as Pearl was knocked high into the air. Jorek managed to catch him, but his wounds were too severe, and he died, but not before revealing to Jorek, or being persuaded, manipulated by Jorek, into revealing the trigger of his disease, the trigger being ease of mind. Yeah.
Hello,
Goldrake.
Coldrake. Thank you for joining.
On the roof, the conversation with Tide does not go very well, and she jumps off the roof, enters the building where Val and Ray were standing, and starts destroying it. We follow her into the building. Ember gets to her first, manages to slash her across the back. She, in turn, hits him in the chest, injures him very badly with the end of her gormal. And then between Val and Ray, we managed to beat her down enough that she flees. And then, meanwhile, an Air Immaculate showed up, seemingly loyal to Tide, and has engaged Jorek and Summer Blaze. He ends up running away, but Jorek is able to shoot Exquisite Tide like a badass with his crossbow as she's running, so she collapses. We all catch up to her, and now we're all debating what to do with her. Some of us feel that she should not be allowed to live, and some of us, upon learning that she is apparently holding Three Fates' shadow, wanted to bargain with her instead.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get everything? Awesome.
Now, the bargain went not necessarily back and forth, but let's just say that it did not necessarily go as planned.
We changed some of the... We bargained a little bit, yeah.
There was some bargaining, and there was some outright refusal, as I recall, from certain PCs.
Yes.
But what we're going to do is we're going to show you what happened in the last minute or so of play, seeing as how it's important enough, and we did kind of interrupt in the middle of a sentence. So instead of a glorious recap from Cat and Daff or any of you who might have submitted it, instead we're going to let ourselves speak for ourselves.
Our past selves.
I hate us.
Ooh. This is where the screen goes all wavy and we fade.
Exactly.
All right.
High-tech future.
So let's cue that up. for everybody. He's indicating that he has 0 stakes in whether she lives or dies. She
Okay.
doesn't want her dead. He doesn't want her dead, but he also does not care. Like, he's trying to show that she is nothing to him.
Okay.
You would leave me defenseless.
Self-defense in mortal danger.
I swear that if you let me go, I will never set foot in Nexus again. I will give you 3 Fates Shadow alive. And I will not take another life unless it would mean my own.
Not good enough.
I'm gonna start moving my hand out though. I'm feeling good about
Not
this deal.
good enough. I'm sorry. She can twist things however she wants. You've seen how her mind works.
We are letting her go.
Fine.
You are free to chase after her and kill her tomorrow if you so choose. She is free to leave today. Once she has shown us where 3 Fate Shadow is. And I put out my hand.
Yeah, actually, you guys need to do this.
Yeah.
Sister. Sister, look at me and tell me that you've abandoned me.
She was never your sister. I was never your sister.
You never asked me to be your sister, so.
Take your life. Save Embers if that's what you truly are doing. Make this deal.
It's your best chance.
I will end the session here.
Fuck you.
God damn it!
Fuck you.
Perfect.
Sorry about your ears, ladies and gentlemen. It's just,
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're swearing at John, my favorite. No? Yeah.
That's your favorite?
Yeah.
Swearing at me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm so happy.
Oh, we love you, dude. You know that.
So we're just gonna quickly check in. Thank you to whoever donated.
Timing is everything. I would say. Comedy is all about.
Amazing.
So, chat.
Kaylin
Ah,
Sloan,
very nice.
Thank you very
Kaylin.
much. Sorry that it happened while we had
So we had to
our...
have the volume up
That
for
was
you
Desktop
to listen to
volume
that.
up.
Just the perfect timing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Caleb Silverfur.
Chat, what do you think? Interesting.
What a boss.
That was
Yeah.
pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
So we're still showing this.
Yeah.
Game
Yes.
view. Yeah, thankfully we didn't
All
have to
the
type in all our
secrets.
secret passwords.
Well,
Yeah, we got rowdy.
So good. So good.
and then the chat erupted.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how last session ended. Really a really light, I think feel good
Yeah.
end to the stream. Everyone's super happy. We're in really
Yeah. Didn't
healthy place
apologize to each
emotionally.
other just after we stopped streaming or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
John, did
Yeah.
you ever run a rom-com?
I thought
RPG?
I was.
Uh-oh.
A bell.
Sorry. I watched that. That's amazing. Okay.
But I think it's time for us to actually get into the session. So I'm going to leave 30 seconds open for the chat to get any questions that they might have before we start. Otherwise, we're going to resume where we left off. We're not happy. Oh, are we just going to do this in slow motion pantomime?
No, I'm just like, where did I leave off? Oh, yes.
No.
Oh my god, no, time out!
I'm happy.
Sorry. Sorry, let's just get into it. Sorry. Okay, shoot.
All right.
Shoot him in the dick.
Wait until Foxy returns. And we've had another donation.
Oh, Aragorn. Thank you.
We love you! no.
More loud noises eclipse the dickens out of that, Jorek. Thank you, Haragwen.
Oh, bye, Captain Daff.
Au revoir,
Bye, Captain Duff.
Work your heart out. We'll have a recap for you soon.
Geek and Sundry's now hosting us. Thank you very much, Geek and
Namaste.
Sundry.
Thank you very
Geek
much.
and Sundry.
Hello, Geek and Sundry viewers.
All right,
Welcome.
so welcome.
Let's get to it.
People who are in Geek and Sundry, you might recognize us from the web series LARPs. 3 of whom were performing in it, 1 of whom was the production manager. She's over there. And this is ExalTwitch. It's our Exalted 3rd edition session that we've been running. This is the 17th, 16th, 17th?
17th. Yep.
17th, which means that I believe that I have to fix it on Twitch.
No, I think you made it 17.
I made it 17?
I'm pretty sure I was creeping.
I'll double check.
Yeah,
Pretty
let's
sure
just
we
check
were
for me.
creeping on you.
Accuracy.
Absolutely sure.
And then we'll jump right in.
Joining us at an amazing
we're
Yeah,
on
you
time.
got it,
So
yeah.
we're fine.
Excellent.
So we're going to start up. You can always
Thank
check
you,
our
Pete-Wiz.
website at exaltwitch.com if you want to see some synopsis of what happened beforehand.
Let's get to it.
So let's get to it. And as she starts lifting her hand, you can see big tears start rolling down her face, and she snatches her hand back, and she starts patting her sides. She's still lying face down. I think you still have your knee in her back.
Yep.
You have her at bay. You can keep her at bay only for a few more rounds before she can automatically escape it. That's just the way it goes. But you still have her. I'll let you know when she's close. But she starts patting at her sides frantically.
Are you looking for something?
I need help. I need help.
With?
The decision. I need help with the decision.
Who do you
Sister,
want
help me.
You have something to help you in your pockets.
Yes.
All right.
Please.
to go for?
I'm reaching down. I'm gonna sort of like.
Okay,
help
so
her.
as you start
Yeah.
patting along her side, at one point you see that she's got a pouch hidden underneath. Like, she's still wearing plate, right? Like,
Yikes. Yep.
she's wearing an artifact plate mail jacket, but you see that as you pat underneath, there's something that's hard when it bounces against her body. It can't be very big, just like maybe like that
Okay.
big. But it's underneath. You'd have to unbuckle part of her armor to get at it. I mean, you can.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna start to do that, and I'm just gonna say, "Do you mind? This. I hope this helps." She's pretty injured. Eh? Yeah. So, as I unbuckle, I'm just gonna try to reach in and remove it as quickly
And as you
possible.
remove it, she winces,
Okay.
and you remove a red gem.
Do I recognize this red gem?
Very similar to a red gem that you've had in your possession in the past. Help me. Just please, just once. I need so much. Help me. Please.
Can it be crushed into a powder?
As
like with my
as you
hand?
start,
Yeah.
as you like, it's malleable. It feels
Okay,
like you
okay.
could, much like the other one. If you wanted to, you could grind it.
Okay. I don't. I think she needs this.
You guys do whatever you want. I
Go for it.
don't care.
Is this going to help you, Ty?
And she passes out.
Okay. So I'm
And
gonna.
I've been keeping aware of her vitals, so
She's not. When I say passed out, she's not actually unconscious. She's
That's fine.
she's just dropped
Yep.
into
Yep.
the dirt.
Yep.
You can see that she's still streaming tears into the ground, and she doesn't seem to be resisting you anymore.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will grind it up. I'm gonna take my sort of like my water canister.
Okay.
I pour it in, put the lid back on, shake it up,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna open her mouth and just pour in a little bit. I don't want to kill her. I immediately remove like the can. I'm taking it away from her.
And you can see that her pupils are just dilating.
Boy. Oh boy.
And medicine, perception medicine, to have a sense of what this might be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interperception.
That will be intelligence. You can see what's happening.
Okay.
Ah.
4 successes
So she's addicted
to this. Okay.
to whatever this is, and
Okay.
it's clearly causing her mental confusion.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you remember where we were, Tide?
We're here in Nexus.
Mm-hmm.
We're making deals.
Yes, we are.
You've got about another round or two before she's going to be able to get up on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Exquisite Tide, I'm glad you're alright.
I was telling you that I would give you back 3 Fates Shadow in exchange for letting me go.
Yes.
That's right. And that you will not take another life in the future unless it would mean your own. Let's not forget.
I don't think that's on the table anymore. I can't trust you with that. As much as I would love for you to be in my trust, I can't trust you to leave me defenseless for the rest of my life. That wouldn't be fair, would it? No, not at all. Of course it wouldn't be fair.
Sometimes things aren't fair. You have to take the deals that you're given, not the deals you want.
I know what's happening to 3 Fates Shadow right now.
Where is she?
I believe she was calling your name, sister.
Where is she?
Let me go, and I'll tell you.
You will bring us to her, then we will think about letting you go.
She looks to Jorek again.
No. Unless the passiveness is on the table. This is not a deal. We can find her. Val, we can find her.
We're just wasting time. She's never going to agree to a deal that everyone is happy with. She's trying to fuck with your head. Talking about 3 fates?
I can see things so much clearer now.
No, you think you're seeing them clearer. Your mind is clouded. You need medical attention.
Are you saying you can fix me?
Yes, I can. I can give you that medical attention if you agree to Jorek's term. Save your life in exchange for your not taking more lives.
You wouldn't be defenseless, Tide.
You specifically would be able to defend yourself.
For 1 month. I'll agree to the provision for 1 month. But, in exchange, I'll be your prisoner.
You don't get to dictate when you murder people.
But you can. She's ready to kill me now.
I'm dying to kill you now.
And yet she isn't, because she understands restraint. You, unfortunately, have shown that you don't understand that.
I don't know what you mean.
You killed Pearl when I told you that I needed him. I needed to know what he had for me.
I killed Pearl because he's about to kill half this city.
You sent him on that mission. Your lack of restraint led him down that path.
I sent him on this mission?
You told me that he made that disease at your request.
No. I would never.
Well, that's what you told me.
I can't think.
No, you can't. Your mind is clouded by this drug.
I saved Ember, though, right?
You almost killed him.
What? No. No, that's impossible. I would never kill him.
No, you wouldn't, but you almost did. And what if your hand had slipped? Then you wouldn't have him anymore. You want to protect Ember. Just before you took that drug, you were about to agree to protect him.
Perception awareness. Or awareness, sorry.
In order to keep him safe, you were going to agree to the terms because you have some means of protecting him.
She's eyeing the Gormal. That's about... It's a short distance away.
Can I go over to it?
Yep.
Can I pick it up?
Yep. It's extremely heavy, but you are also extremely strong. You can't use it effectively as a weapon, though.
That's fine.
Just gotta...
Can I throw it
Yes.
straight up into the air so that it lands on her head?
Whoopsie.
Oops.
Whoa!
I don't know what you mean. Why? I would never hurt him. I've been trying to save him. Do you know what they're doing? They're coming after him, and I've done everything that I can, I promise you. I've bribed countless people. I've sent them away. I've written excuses back to the Blessed Isle. I even sent half my retinue home. I've been keeping him safe. Don't you dare tell me that I would have killed him. I never would do such a thing. I wouldn't lay a
Sure, look.
hand on him.
You shattered a few of his ribs.
Do you want to read intentions on that, by the way?
On that statement in
Yeah.
particular?
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
And can I just say that that's what happened? Like,
That she,
yeah,
that
yeah.
he
Well,
has
I
some
mean,
ribs
he's severely wounded, and I had to dose him.
I should point out that
Yeah.
you would... Okay,
Yeah.
whatever drug
Yeah.
he's using has to be quite potent for an Exalted to be affected. But he didn't give her all that much.
No, I know.
It's good for me to know that about that drug as well.
I mean, you might have just OD'd her, but, you know.
Who knows?
6,
Yeah.
she completely believes everything she said.
Yeah.
Of course
Of
she
course.
does.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was a successful one.
this is getting us nowhere.
Val, she's sick, but I don't think we can make her better.
Maybe in time. Maybe not.
Val, she's suffering right now. I know that you've already rolled
Shit.
limit for it. You've already rolled limit for it, but
Yeah.
I'm reminding you.
Okay. I'm aware.
I'll make you a new deal. A new one.
I'm all ears.
I'll take you to where Three Fates Shadow is. You keep me prisoner. I promise that I won't try to escape for a week. And in
Right.
exchange, you prevent Ray from killing me.
All right.
For a week.
All of it lasts only for a week.
All right.
She looks at you.
The quill is ready. Kind of reach her, like try to reach under her arm to help her lift her hand towards Val's.
Okay. So,
Spend that.
technically, this is
I'm writing
between
this down.
Val and Tepet Exquisite Tide. If Ray kills Exquisite Tide in the next week, Val's the one
Yeah.
who's broken the
Yeah.
oath.
A lot of emotion. So,
So we're keeping Tide hostage.
And I have
For
to
1
not
week?
And
kill
she's
her for
agreed to
one-
not attempt to escape you
for 1 week.
for 1 week.
Ah, I see it already.
But
No,
she
I
can
like
be
it.
plotting all kinds of things in the meantime. I know. All right. Bring us to Three Fates Shadow.
I'm your prisoner. You should restrain me.
I had already actually tied her hands up.
I'm your prisoner, and you should restrain me better than that.
I will do so.
You said you wouldn't try to escape for 1 week, so
But I
you
am your
shouldn't
prisoner.
have to.
I said I wouldn't escape.
Yep, that's exactly what you said. No, try. Try to escape right now.
I won't. Just make sure that you hold on to that.
Oh, I don't think she's going to let that out of her sight. I'm going to take her by her wrists, behind her back. Lead us.
And she, as you, like, are you hauling her to her feet, essentially?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as she gets up, you can see that she's wincing as the arrow is still just, like, sticking out of her neck. And as she turns around, she gasps in utter horror as she sees Ember, who's still, like, lying in the dust.
I'm helping him get up.
He gets
Ember
up.
in one arm, Gormal in the other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Biceps busting out.
Tepet Exquisite Tide takes half a
Have a
second.
second?
Yeah.
I will drink to that, but I'm not happy about it, John.
But I will drink.
But I
Liz
will
is
drink.
happy, but Ray is not.
No, this is true.
Who did this to you?
You don't remember.
She remembers.
No.
Focus.
Oh my god.
He will be fine.
Three Fates Shadow. Okay. I was staying... I can walk there
All right.
from here.
All right.
And she starts to walk. It's clear that she's limping,
Mhm.
as one of the arrows was in her thigh.
Mhm. Has
Yeah.
that been removed?
No. As near as I can tell, nothing's been changed. So she's got three
I
arrows
don't.
sticking out
Yeah,
of her.
I don't know what
One in
she's
her
pulled
leg,
up.
one in
Sounds
her,
good.
one in her bottom torso
Yeah.
here, and one in her neck.
I'm gonna start with the
Perfect.
leg and remove. Do I have anything? No, I don't have any quick bloodstone.
But we
blood
can
staunching.
bind
Yeah.
those pretty
Yeah.
fast, I would think. Yeah, I'm gonna work with Val to
Do you remove the arrows?
Yeah.
bind.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't need it. She's
Oh,
exalted.
well, of
She-
course, right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Exalted
Yeah.
healing.
Yeah.
So she winces as you yank him out, but you're skilled enough. You know what?
Yeah.
Actually, let's find out. Roll me dexterity medicine.
Ooh.
And there's nothing Ember doesn't even have a wound, hey? It's
No,
just that his ribs are broken.
He's just like his sternum is.
Because I have 2 medicine, but that's not going to do diddly squat, is it?
Yeah, you know how to walk with him so that he doesn't experience undue pain.
5 successes.
Right.
It
good.
slides out like butter.
Yep. I've unfortunately done this a lot in my life. So,
No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding. Okay.
medicine woman.
Now, and as she starts walking, it's a very short distance from here.
All right.
I should point out though that I'm going to have to get everyone else out of the room. She's not alone.
Okay.
She's with other people, and I don't think you're up to the task of facing them right now.
And will they listen to you if you tell them to leave?
Yes,
We'll
And
make
remember, you aren't going to try to escape.
I swore.
Great.
I know enough not to counter a Quill in his duties.
Great.
We'll make sure they don't see us.
And I'll patch you up at the end of the night once this is all settled.
That's up to you.
Summer Blaze is still back at the, holding up the building or something.
No,
right?
she
gently-
set it up enough, and now she turns to them. I'm going to make sure that this building doesn't collapse. I'm going to see if I can find enough people so that we can shore it up. You take very good care of him.
Oh,
Thank you.
If we holler for you. But I don't
You
expect
won't
this-
believe how quickly I can run.
I don't expect this to be a problem. And as we're moving, Exquisite Tide, you don't have to tell me. But where did you find Three Fates Shadow, and what could she possibly have given to you?
I'll tell you later. Right now, I just have to. It's here. You're standing outside a. You're still in the slums,
Mhm.
and you're standing outside a. But this is more of a hut as opposed to like a building with many people living in it. So it's clear that it's somebody who's doing relatively well for themselves in the slums. If you want to hide, across the street, there's a tea shop, You can stand there. As long as you don't make yourselves too conspicuous, they won't see you. They'll leave by the back, but you'll be able to see me the entire time.
Roof.
Yeah, Ray, do you want to find somewhere to watch from?
I'll take Ember onto my shoulder and let
You've got strength 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exquisite
He's
Tide
big,
go.
but he ain't nothing to
Yeah.
that you can
Can
handle.
I try to hold up? Nope.
No, you can't.
Yes.
Little,
You can try to hold the
wimpy
Gormal.
little arms.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
tossing the Gormal to Jorek
Oh,
as I go.
fuck! Okay.
What's your strength?
2.
So it's taking you most of your strength to hold it.
Damn it.
It's
Okay.
very heavy.
I'm gonna, brace
Like
myself
it's, no,
against
it's
the
not like
doorway.
you have to brace yourself, but it's more like you can lift it and you
Right.
can walk and you can put it down, but it's like 60 pounds.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm just
Yeah.
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 in there with it.
I mean, 2 strength is basically your strength,
right.
right?
Mhm.
You can lift 60 pounds
Yeah, sure.
relatively easily, but it's not like a
No,
whatever.
I'm not going
Yeah.
for a run.
No,
with
you're
it.
not
Yeah.
going for a run with it.
Do I need to roll to get up onto the roof?
No.
I'm gonna activate Keen Hearing and Touch. Just like this.
And you're going
That
into
is
the
not
tea
this
shop.
encounter either.
Yep.
Correct.
Exquisite Tide steps forward. Her hands are still behind, and then she just snaps it. Just the bonds. Strides forward. I need 10 minutes alone with her. You can go. Now. And you can hear definitely some movement in the basement of this area.
Okay.
I'm not asking you again, get out. There are 3 people moving.
Trying to get a peek over my cup of tea.
You can't see them. They seem to have left. You can hear that they ascend stairs and have left, and have slammed a very heavy trapdoor behind them. But Exquisite Tide is standing there like full force up, her voice commanding, booming. And then after about 30 seconds, she sags just a little bit, and then she takes 3 steps, puts her hand on the door, and then waits.
Let's go.
I'm waving them over too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we'll step out and make our way.
You're staying on the roof?
No.
Flying punch! He's the
Yeah,
one who should be up on
anything.
a roof.
It's true.
No, but I
Sniper.
should probably be keeping watch, so I'm gonna stay up there.
Okay.
Okay. She's in the basement. There's a trapdoor underneath the chair over in the sleeping quarters.
Jorek, could I ask you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, so Jorek's gonna have the Gormal and Ember.
I'll take that for a
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. Oh, I'll go open the.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head over and try to yank
I've
open
handed
the...
my spear to Ember so he can use it as a walking stick.
Perfect.
It's just musical
Musical weapons. Yeah.
I love it. I'm gonna sort of yank open the trapdoor.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to roll your perception and awareness.
Yep.
Oh good god.
Question.
All of us?
All of you, sure, but you're all
We'll
being
have
aware
different.
of different things.
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Oh, right. Val is terrible at this.
How's this?
Good.
1, 2, 3.
3.
One success.
success.
Not
Is this
a-
for
not a
danger?
botch.
For
just
you,
general?
yes.
For me?
Yep.
Uh oh. Yes. Ooh, that's bad.
And you have your keen hearing?
Yep.
How many successes? Okay, so you seem like whoever was in this place is not sticking around. You can't tell that they've circled back, and you don't feel like you're in danger today. Or right now.
Right.
I can't tell that they've circled back.
If
As
they
in they
haven't-
are and I haven't noticed it, or as in...
As in, you haven't noticed
Okay.
that, but, you,
Okay,
but
I
you're
know, those are
relatively
horrible.
sure it's a pretty quiet area of the street.
Gotcha. Okay.
For you,
Mm-hmm.
Ember's breathing is kind of labored.
Yep.
But he's got a couple of popped ribs that are slowly trying to work themselves back into place. I mean, he's exalted.
Yeah, exactly. And I will patch. I'm gonna have a lot of healing to do tonight if I ever get home.
Does your sword have a name?
My sword.
Your
spear.
spear.
highest will.
It suits you.
Thank you.
To your knowledge, there's no one downstairs that's moving around.
Okay.
How many successes did you roll?
3.
You can hear one person breathing.
Oh, sweet Jesus. I don't have a torch or anything, but I'm hoping the light from outside will light it as I'm
As
heading
you start
straight
heading
the stairs,
down,
yeah.
there's some ghostly illumination. It looks like bioluminescent plants that are lighting it down
Can
there.
I take a hashtag down a sec?
When you get down,
Yes.
there's a vat. The vat has clear sides made of glass. And you can see Three Fates' shadow is in the vat. She's tied at her ankles and at her hands, and the only thing that's above the water is a circle surrounding her nose and her lips.
Oh my god.
Her hair is just splayed out in the thing, and you can hear her breathing, but she's been floating there for some time. Her skin, normally perfect, is slightly bloated. She's been in this water for a while. She currently isn't actually wearing any clothing at all.
Ripley!
And that's a cat.
Cat! Hello!
Hi,
Out of
Rippers.
nowhere. That was a good jump.
Yeah, it was a good joke.
Oh, this might be chaos. Right.
Oh.
Hashtag chaos
there
cats.
you go.
Sit.
Everything's gonna be
Stay.
Good lord.
Good kitty.
Good kitten.
Good Ripper.
While that's happening.
But you can see that her equipment is stashed off to one side. The water is perfectly clear, but you can see that there's a drain leading off to the side, and that drain has a bucket. The bucket's water is like it's very deep crimson.
Yeah. I assume the glass is relatively thick.
Yes.
I want to, if there's enough room in the vat, I want to, I hate that I'm going to have to, I really don't want to displace any water, but I'd like to try to reach in with, if she has a blade, and cut her hands free. I'm not sure
Okay.
if they're that far away.
So she doesn't carry, or at least
Right.
you can't see a
Right.
blade
Right.
that she has. And if you put your hand in, you see
It's
that the
gonna
water
displace
level
the water.
starts rising.
Okay, I'm backing off.
And
Val,
she can't see you, by the way.
Right.
Because she's got her head tilted
Okay.
all the way back.
I need Ray.
Okay.
Holla. No.
I'm gonna step back outside and look up to the rooftop.
Yeah, I'm sticking my head over.
That's the noise that she makes when she scuttles down
Scampers.
the wall.
Yeah.
She's like a
Scampering
little
noises.
spider.
She alive?
Barely.
Okay.
Exquisite Tide is still just standing just outside the house. She seems quiet, and she doesn't look like she's making any move to like dash away or anything like that. But as you walk by, you're welcome to do that like shoulder check.
I was
thing.
just gonna do that.
Oh.
Thank you for saying that's fine. Yeah, I'm shoulder checking her.
Oh, ooh.
In the throat, right where the it's just kind of an
Like right
awkwardly
narrow?
an awkward
Val is
place
going
like
to
a
shoot daggers at Ray right
Yeah, that's
now.
not very nice.
And Ray shoots daggers right back at Val.
Tide, we'll talk about your treatment of prisoners later. Ray?
So as you get down, you see the vat.
Yep.
You see how she's. Incidentally, as you put your hand close, the water is ice cold.
Oh, God. I can't touch this water without displacing it. We need to break the glass.
How hard would it be for me to smash the glass?
How much
Fine,
crafts do you
skip.
have?
Whoa!
I got no crafts.
How much crafts do you have?
None.
Oh,
I
geez,
should
none
actually
of your
check.
crafts?
This is why if we die, we have to
I
come out.
don't know. It's good. Dude, it's pretty thick.
Cool. Well, we got this Gormal.
I don't
Would
think
you
we
be able
can
to use it?
I don't
You
think
have
we can
melee.
use that.
I could also use my spear.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
But okay, well
The
let
spear
me.
would probably be a better.
I take a quick
Musical
look around the
weapons,
room to see
lean
if there's anything
ember.
else.
There you go. Roll that.
Disentangle myself.
As now you can hear.
That was a botch.
You
Oh no, it's
shouldn't
not.
have
No,
done it.
no, one success. Oh my god,
There
that
were
would
3
have been
ones.
hilarious. Oh no, I rolled a 9.
Oh, I really wish you'd have botched that.
Hey, I don't see three fates here at all, guys. Guys.
There-
No.
Who is there?
It's
I can hear someone.
Val and Ray and Jorek. We're here to release you. I told you I'd come for you.
Just don't move, Three Fates. We're gonna get in there as soon as we can.
Okay, so around the room, you can, as you search around, you can uncover this roll, which, as you unroll it, inside you can just see that there's some very sharp-looking knives, and you notice some crusts of bread, which have been left behind, and you also see that there's a few black feathers. Very long black feathers.
Are they like the one that Ember showed me?
Ooh.
No.
Blue sky. Okay, cool. Could I use a knife as a makeshift screwdriver
Two.
to take apart the tub or the vat? I'm not sure if it's held together by
It's not held together by
screws.
screws.
All right.
I'm going to see if I have some form of small vessel that I can start bailing
There's the
out the
bucket.
tub. Take
That it
That's
drains
full of
into.
blood?
Yeah, but you can just pour that
Pour
out.
that down the drain, yo.
It's my blood!
Okay, you
hold
slosh
your
it
breath for a moment,
Well, we probably should have saved that. If it was
and I'm
DVD,
gonna
just
dunk
saved
it in and start bailing out the tub.
Okay.
Splash.
As you start bailing out the tub, you can see that she stands up a little bit. The chains let her raise herself up on her toes enough that her eyes open up.
Mm-hmm.
She gasps.
Once enough of it's done,
Yeah.
I want to hop in, submerge myself down, and try to break the chains.
Okay, jump on in. So the water is extremely cold. What's your resistance?
Oh, it's pretty good. It's 4.
Okay, so you can handle that. Like, have you ever jumped into really cold water?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know how like it's really brisk.
Sure,
kind
yep.
of thing? When you jump in, this is below freezing.
Cool.
It somehow is not freezing, but it's colder than that. Yeah, it's salt water. Sure, why not? It's not.
Magic.
So when you jump in, there's that moment of like, but you can take it. Going to the chains, your strength is currently 5.
It's 6.
Are you, right, because you increased
If
it.
we're still counting the boost.
Yeah,
If
sure,
not,
why
then that's
not?
cool. Okay, cool.
So, as you yank at the chains, you can hear groaning, and when you finally pop it, the vat just bursts, and all the water just sloshes out in all directions.
Ah.
I'm going to ask all of you to roll dexterity athletics.
I suppose this isn't parkour. No, I'm kidding.
Parkour! You
This
just
is
framed
not.
as parkour.
This is not parkour.
Well,
That
it's in the
meaning-
water.
She's not trying to get to another place. She's trying to avoid getting swept up in freezing water.
That's true.
5.
How much water did you say you didn't
One
get? How
success,
big of
'cause
a
of-
vat is it?
It was big
Barely
enough to hold
maybe.
her,
Right, that's true.
and it's big enough that she could also get in. One
Bigger
success.
than a
Yep.
tub. I'm not gonna get any. Watch this. Whoa! No, just one.
One success.
5.
Okay, so you managed to hold on to. You not only managed to hold on to Three Face Shadow, but you also managed to keep her up. However, the two of you are swept off your feet by the icy water and slammed into the ground. But it's enough that then when you stand up, now it's only up to your ankles. Really cold, but
Let's get you out of here.
I told them nothing.
Thank you.
I'd like to see
And-
if she's telling the truth.
Okay.
I'm sure I won't know,
Yeah,
but
well,
oh,
I'm going to give you a stunt for that because you were the one who held her up.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
So that's
So
2
that's
extra dice.
And so that's it's perception socialize, right?
Yep.
We had to make a deal with.
Three Fates Shadow's Guile is currently at 1 because she is experiencing -4 wound penalty.
I rolled
She's
6.
basically
6
dead.
successes. She is telling the truth.
Great.
But she, at this point, sags against your body,
Mhm.
and you can feel that she's gritting her teeth. She's been in this water for so long that now she's experiencing overwhelming heat from the surrounding
Oh,
area. And you can tell that there's essence a different kind of essence than the one that flows through your own body that's been trying to keep her up, but she at this point now just has given up. She relaxes against your body. Now you have in your inventory 3 Faith Shadow.
1 Abyssal Exalted. All right, so I'm holding her like this.
Is she still conscious at all? It seems.
Conscious, vaguely.
We had to make a deal with Tide to free you. You're not going to be happy with her around. We're not happy with you around, but we wanted to save you. We're going to keep you safe.
She's in so much pain she isn't acknowledging.
And I'm going to
Touch
a
of blissful.
blissful release.
Hot. I'm gonna
Okay.
like, I guess grab her stuff and tramp upstairs.
Oh my god, we got so much crap right now, dudes.
Furious.
carrying
I got an
You're
Abyssal,
carrying-
I got an Ember,
There's-
I got a Gormal.
Well,
2 really hurt Dragon Blooded, 1 really hurt Abyssal, several bunches of gear.
God damn it, guys!
So-
This is why we have to kill someone sometime. No.
I'm going
I
to, resort everything so that Ember has my spear, so they can use this walking stick. I'm helping Ember walk. I've got the Gormal. You've got 3 Fate Shadow. You keep your eyes on Tide.
I got 3 Faith stuff.
You gathering any other crap
and
that's
keep your eye
lying
on
around?
Tide.
I don't remember if she carries I think she carries a bow, if I'm not mistaken.
Who?
3
Let's
Faiths.
get back to the cart.
Yeah, do you see her weapons?
You
lying
do
around?
not see a bow. You find a few shuriken in her gear, but that's it.
That's how she
Thank
killed
you.
those dudes the last
that's
time.
right. And
Yeah.
she's clothing?
Uh,
I
the,
assume.
the clothing is part of her gear. You can clothe her,
Yeah, well, it is soaked. I
Yeah.
assume with water.
but it's either that or you're hauling around naked.
Yeah, that's true. Alright,
Yeah.
here we go. I'm gonna try to sort of like fit through this. While Ray's holding her, I'm just gonna try to fit her clothes back
Oh,
on.
tucking around.
Yeah. Wrap her up.
Swaddle her.
We need to get her back to the nets.
Let's get back to the cart
Yeah.
and start
Ugh.
heading in that direction.
Yeah, I want to walk back upstairs.
Is there anything else in the basement? Like as we're leaving the room, I'm just checking to see if there are any other doors, any other rooms.
No, not in the basement, but you didn't really do an examination of the hut above it.
I make a mental note of where this place is.
Okay.
I would actually like to do.
So I can revisit it. We don't really have. All right.
No, but just no. On my I'd like to try to get up the stairs fastest because I don't have a person on my arm. And just while Tide is kind of like leaning out, just again kind of glance around the room as well. I'm hoping to see if she has left maybe any personal effects out. I doubt it.
Exquisite Tide.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you search around,
Yeah.
you find that in this hut, they clearly Exquisite Tide didn't do one of the renovations that she so
Interesting. Okay.
loves to arrange. So clearly she's not staying here. Roll me up. This is going to be investigation, actually.
Nice.
Perception investigation.
Val's beelining for the cart with Ember.
3.
You find a seal. It's a metallic stamp that you push into wax, like wet wax, to prove that you are who you say you are. You find a seal from House Tepet.
Oh, sweet. That's gonna be useful.
I'm checking that out. Right.
Yeah.
Seal. Actually, that's gonna go very well with my.
With your
With my
blank
blank
execution
execution
order,
order.
also signed by Tepet, by House Tepet. It is.
Yeah.
Oh no, House Nemen.
Whoa.
Right.
That's
There you
a-
go.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Oh.
The
Dragon
poetic
blood fight.
justice.
No.
Okay.
But that's gonna be fantastic. Tepet seal. Upstairs.
How do we get into town?
You left your wagon and your horses with Jakey.
That was like
Yeah, but then we went
yesterday.
back
We
and
went
came back, so I
home.
guess.
Oh,
we went
that's right,
home.
you
We
went
came
home,
back
you came
into
back.
town.
No, wait.
We were on the cart, and I know we got launched off the cart
Oh,
by
that's
Ember.
right. So then, yeah, it's probably still sitting around.
Yeah.
Out
Oh,
there.
it's next to
Pearl's
Pearl's
body.
corpse.
Yeah, it's next to
Which
Pearl's
we should
corpse.
probably check anyway, so.
It's not.
Add
there
another
anymore.
body onto this cart.
Bring
Where
out
is
the
it?
dead.
Well, it
We
might
need-
still be there, but you did just leave.
Yeah, no,
Bring
that's
out
true.
your dead.
Okay.
I'm gonna, on my way out, grab Tide. Just rebind her wrists.
You just yank it.
Let me guess. That was your idea of perfection as well.
She doesn't say anything.
Of course.
It's not a very long walk back. When you get there, you see that Summer Blaze has indeed arranged to make sure that some bags full of sand are now propping up the place, and some people are starting to gather some construction materials to try to patch it up.
Thank you,
You know,
Summer Blaze.
The debris that you guys managed to have follow in your wake.
Oh, we're the worst.
And there's also in the back of the cart a man-sized bundle wrapped in
Oh boy.
Oh, convenient.
Yikes.
Add that to your inventory. One corpse.
Oh my god.
Val needs to
What
commend
is it,
that
Pearl?
body. Oh boy.
Are we heading up? And then she looks up and she sees one Exquisite Tide, one Abyssal Exalted, one Corpse of Solar Exalted, one Dragon Blooded Exalted. So now there's 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 of you: Summer Blaze, Ember, Exquisite Tide, 3 Fate Shadow, and the body of Pearl. We're leaving.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if I'd made this clear before, but she's not coming back with us.
She's our prisoner.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find somewhere else to put her.
I understand that point.
Please. Where is she gonna go?
You've got a whole team of friends that you were gonna enlist today, don't you?
Ah,
There's still time. It's like 1
begin
p.m.
patching people up in
busy
the
day.
cart on our way. I suppose, if you can trust them.
I can't trust them.
We can trust that she
But-
won't try to escape.
Yeah, but then after a week, she knows where we live.
She's not coming back with us.
Fine.
I mean, even Althemius doesn't think that you should bring her back.
Yeah.
It is very hot, guys, so now's the time.
Time
If you
for-
need to rehydrate.
I would love
Yeah,
more.
I would like
you
to
know.
take a little break.
It's not hydration.
So we're going to take a quick break here.
We'll be back.
Chat,
You have a good idea?
so
No,
the
it's not
the
good.
session's not over, so the predictions may still come into play. Remember that the only thing that has been agreed upon is that Val has agreed that Ray shouldn't kill Exquisite Tide. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's how it's going to end up.
It's true.
So, is that how you picture things going on, and what's going on with the gem? And that's a overloaded cart. Let me know what's happening with you guys.
Just shove her into the cigarette! So mad.
Thank you, my friend.
Set it on fire! I, for one, John, that is not at all what I saw happening. I won't reveal my prediction, but I'm very interested in that. Thanks again for the host.
Very
It's so great.
interested. Yes, thank you. Well, also Mr. Badneck is hosting
And
us,
Mr.
and the
Badneck.
Onyx
Yeah,
Path
thanks
is
to
hosting
all
us.
the
us.
hosts. Yo.
And I think there was one more, so thank you all for the hosts. Lots of new followers too. I love it. Yeah, no, this is. You know what? I was gonna say I have an action that's gonna require me to separate from them, but that's not true. We'll all go together.
Maybe. You're allowed to do what you need to do. I'm not going to stop
Can I
you.
snort some of that drug really while they're not looking?
You can find
you
out.
could.
Find out.
Actually
You
seeing
can
what
ride the waves.
Well, I still have like
You have a lot
a
now.
version of it. Yeah.
You have your version, and you have the amount that she
I
had.
don't think.
And now we have another host. Thank you very much. Bumbar.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a player, not to table talk too much. I mean, we are in break. As a player, I'm incredibly interested in my character being like, I'll just try a little, but
Oh man,
as
do
a
it.
character, like,
Do it.
Whoa, not now, you know,
Do it.
like it's not the right time.
Do it.
It's clearly dangerous.
What were you going to do?
Take swig some drug
What
while you're not
the
looking.
balls?
But there's no
Yeah,
reason to,
why
right?
would you?
You guys figure that out. I'm
Oh,
just gonna be over
man.
here giggling.
Ah! Tee-hee.
Oh,
Well, this is awkward.
Brutes, magoots.
Actually,
Okay,
I'm gonna do that
let me
too.
think of places that I can suggest. Just I'm trying to remember what I know of Nex is. So the warehouse burned down.
Oh,
There's the other place.
Mhm. I was thinking, no, table talk. Suggest it in character.
Yeah, suggested in character. I guess what I'm saying is come up with ideas so we can have a discussion. You're not crazy for not wanting to take her back to the manse?
No, not at all. Just, Jorek. We're different people.
Friggin' Jorek, man.
Sorry, fake.
Oh.
Cool for cats.
Yeah, put her in
drugs
Jorek's
are bad,
apartment.
Okay. That's exactly what I was gonna do.
Oh, perfect. Jorek's like, oh man, there are all these women in my apartments. People are always getting found there. What? I'm
Don't-
such a player.
not with the
Player,
crazy.
play.
Bellandora, that was actually we never
found out for
legitimately
sure.
We eliminated Kana from the equation of burning down the warehouse.
It's true.
It wasn't him, or it wasn't on his orders. That
I have two theories. Either the magistrate ordered it, or Starlight Dove did it so that we would be heroes.
Oh
we
gosh,
could
I have
be
no idea.
heroes. I was gonna say
Just for one day.
Exquisite Tide as well. Just,
Yeah,
I know she
but
wasn't
I know it's
technically there,
not.
but
I
like,
know it's
no.
not her
Lordy
MO.
Lord.
But yeah, she's crazy enough.
But I don't even think the letter had arrived by that point. Though.
Doesn't matter.
You think she'd been there that long?
I don't know.
Meh.
It's hotter having stood up and come back.
Ride the tide.
Yeah.
Hashtag Philea Jorek. Guys, how are the audio levels? They
Yeah.
okay? As always, let us know.
Mm-hmm. Thanks so much for everyone joining us.
Yeah, man.
I'm super happy that we ended up playing today.
Me too.
Right?
Thanks for powering through, yo.
Yeah. There was like a moment there where I started to fade, but now I'm good. So as long as I keep playing, we're gonna be good.
Yep.
We're gonna be good.
Don't worry, things will keep going.
Got
Hella
my face
cray.
full of sugar.
I gotta start regaining some of these motes. This ain't good.
Well, like Val has used.
Alright, lemonade me.
Scott and John
put
are
it in
usually
the
soft-spoken.
Hi, boss.
So many people joining the circle. It's super exciting. A-okay.
Yeah, if anybody needs to catch up on previous sessions, they are on my YouTube channel, which is linked below.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode, we were still working out some tech stuff, so it's not ideal quality-wise, but with every ensuing session, it gets better and better.
Yep.
We had a serious tech upgrade, and just
yeah.
our sessions
Yeah.
that people can watch
Don't
back
drink
on
lemonade during the
YouTube.
stream, but I'm drinking lemonade during the stream because fuck it.
If
Liz
life
is
gives
hot.
you lemons.
Call yourself Liz Lemon.
Lemons, draw a penis.
Exactly.
Liz Neal, 2016.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to just kill her?
Well, I'm not allowed to, so I don't have a problem with
she's
that.
our prisoner for 1 week. We agreed to this. And we treat our prisoners better than some. Tide.
What are you looking at? Okay.
Tide. Just
And,
everyone
like,
generally. A building. no.
Tide and Three Fates, right? Like,
Don't you?
Mhm.
And the lemonade comes out.
There
yeah.
Don't you give your prisoners sweets in blue sky?
It's not really the time, Ember.
You wouldn't believe me, but it's exactly the time for me.
Alright.
I am not a merry man right now.
I can tell. I can tell. You'll be fine, Ember. And everyone's going to be fine. Exquisite Tide.
If you ask me to stay in a room, I will. I am your prisoner.
Can you try not to remodel it?
I don't have any of my materials with me.
I have a place for you. We'll keep her here in Nexus. You're right, Ray. We can't compromise our home.
Okay.
Val, if that's alright with you.
Fine by me.
We're going to Blue Sky, everyone.
Excellent.
And as we kind of pop up into the cart, I want to take the reins myself, if at all possible.
There's no way that I'm gonna casually end up passing Kana's new office, am I?
You could.
Great. I can make a casual
do
side trip.
You
Do
can
you
only gain
want me
5.
Whoa!
Okay.
Do you want to just ask Jorek to do that, or all the way back? Actually, before we do that, I kind of want to just like unwind the corpse, the body of the man, and I just want to see kind of.
It's Pearl.
Yeah, but it.
He's cause of death, hella Gormal.
Falling from way up high. Yeah.
I just kind of. I hate to be kind of cliche, but I just want to see if he's at peace in death, or
Yes.
whether he looks that way.
All right, I just need to take like a couple of minutes,
You
I
had
have to go
business
meet
in
with Tana.
town.
but I'll meet you guys at Blue Sky.
Yep.
I don't
You-
think we should be splitting up.
It's gonna be 2 minutes.
Fine.
You can even wait for me if you want, but
Nope, that's fine. Don't want us to wait for you, that's fine.
okay, I'm hopping out the cart. If we're at the place now. If we're not,
I don't think we
I'll-
started moving, but
I'll
sure,
stay
here we
for
go.
a little bit longer.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll pass us by Kana's offices. So I don't think I've been to actually, but it's probably
Leaning on the outside of the pit, see a dark-skinned man with green hair, just leaning there with his head down. He's got a fire wand, just leaning by his side, and he's just his arms crossed. He looks, for all the world, like he's almost taking a nap, standing up, leaning against the side of the wall.
Of course.
Afternoon. You would not believe the chaos from today. It's not even evening yet.
Oh, believe me, I know. I'm just here to check up on someone very special to me. How you doing, Honey Lips?
Oh,
It's
that's a new
interesting
one.
how well-laid plans can turn around and surprise you.
Break any promises recently?
Unfortunately, the one I intended to break came around and found me.
Now, I don't see how that's my problem.
No, it's not.
Val, did you make a promise with this one here?
Now,
Not really.
let me just ask you one thing. Just before we get too cozy around here, I just wanted to know, were you intending on keeping our business agreement?
You're gonna have to refresh my memory. That was a few sessions ago. Val does have eidetic memory.
Simply that in exchange for him telling you where he was going to be and continued discussion with you, you agreed that you would break a promise.
Thank you.
And then he also specifically made sure that it wasn't the promise you made with him.
Yeah.
Val, do you promise you won't slap Jorek in the face right now?
Wait, what?
You don't know about that though.
Yeah, at least one.
Now it's
I haven't held up my end of the bargain quite yet, so I'll have to get around to that.
now that's not exactly fair.
No, it's not.
Is it you who's supposed to be here, homewrecker?
Yeah,
Kind
Let
of
me help
wrist
you out of
deep
that there
in
cart.
injuries.
I got it. Thanks.
You wouldn't let me be
Hop
polite?
down.
Well, that's a shame. There was a time where it was considered polite for a gentleman to help a lady out of a cart.
There was a time when it was considered ungentlemanly to shoot a lady's friends.
Well, now you know that I can't be held responsible for that.
Neither can I.
Can I ask if he truly believes that he, quote, can't be held responsible
You
for
can,
that?
you're
I'd
welcome
like
to roll.
attempt
His
to
guile is
attention.
currently at 6.
Excellent.
Um,
I relish a challenge.
are you spending motes on this?
Yes.
So is he.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Oh my god, Battle of the Guiles.
I'm gonna just double 9s, I think. I'm gonna have
I'm gonna activate Harmonious Presence
His guile's now
Meditation.
at 7. Okay.
it's not happening. Double 9s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it. It's fine.
But you are allowed to try again with failed read intentions.
No, I have to
if you
spend
wanted
motes in order to do that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sorry.
All right. I'll let you in.
Jesus.
Not that, of course, I could keep at a lady like yourself.
I'm also not really a lady.
You got the bits for it.
Sure do.
I'd rather we not talk about Ray's bits. Did you need something from us, Entropy?
Keeping tabs. You seem to have grown in size since I last saw you.
You think this is your city. That's adorable. It's us who should be keeping tabs on you.
I don't think you quite get it. I'm not really for cities. There's a lot of order in a city.
And there's been an awful lot of disorder for us this morning. As you might notice if you look further into this cart, I have a handful of injured friends, enemies, and those somewhere in between.
Well, it looks like you just broke your promise then, and I appreciate that. Taking the time to talk to me instead of serving the people who are injured around you. Well, it seems to me like you're breaking a promise to yourself. I like that. Honey Lips, you're welcome to find me at any time if you want to talk about cities. Or what have you.
And I'll ask you to kindly save your disorder for the other several 100,000 people in the city.
Now you ask too much.
You've caused us quite a lot of trouble showing up yesterday.
It's true. Well,
There must be other people for you to meddle with.
I'll see you later then.
Thank you.
Just try to keep up on worrying about these things, Turns and he starts walking away. Wouldn't want you to start feeling like everything's under control now, would you?
Oh. Anytime I have even half a second feeling that that's going on, turns around and blows up in my face. With or without you around.
That is true.
Tosses over his shoulder. It's too pretty a face to have something blow up in it. And then he keeps going.
Drops his
turns the
microphone. Yep.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm heading inside.
Yep.
And Val, do we need to wait for Ray?
Exquisite Tide has started to shake again.
I'm gonna go over and start treating her.
I think she might need something else.
That drug you gave her? I'm gonna spend some time diagnosing her as other things are going on.
Yeah, that's a good idea. While we drive.
Okay, your difficulty is 3 because she's not a very cooperative patient.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's okay. I do believe it
Oh,
is
hi!
Oh.
Flawless
Oh,
Diag-
hey, Gento.
Hi. I see that you've come back.
Yeah, I have.
I'm so happy that you're back.
I'm so glad.
Do me a favor. Do this. Let me see.
Alright.
Oh, that. Like thick cables.
Thank you so much.
Do you want me to take you to Kana?
Yeah.
You wouldn't
thanks.
believe what we've got.
What do you got?
Come on. I'll show you.
All right.
And he grabs your hand and he just starts pulling you along. Look at this. And he takes you out into the field and you see that there's about 30 people who are just like just standing around, just kind of like, lifting some weapons like maces or staves or swords. They're not sparring, but they look like they're waiting. And then when you come out, they sort of, and they all sort of stand up. They're not really in formation, and they're not really standing at attention, but they are paying attention to you.
Thanks, Gento.
What do you think? It's your entourage.
Is that Kana or is that still Gento?
It's Gento.
Gento.
Kana's not there yet.
I think they'll do.
All right, look. I know that Kana made me promise not to, but could you, and he holds out his hand and a charcoal stick.
Yes!
I'm just gonna do an X on his hand.
Right. That's amazing.
That is
She
amazing.
Gento leaves, and then Kana comes strolling out and he walks straight up to you.
Sup, Kana?
These are them.
If there's a small a box or something I can hop up onto, I would like to do that.
I'll get you a box.
Or I'll parkour up to like a ledge or something. I want to look like a boss to get up to a higher level.
You can get up to a ledge.
That's
not
great.
hard.
So I kind of like run up the wall to get to a ledge. I want to look impressive.
Okay, as you look up, you notice that there's one person who's standing with the rest of the group. He's a little shorter than the rest of them. He's barely like 16. And he looks like he's picking up a weapon for his first time. He's got this beatific face on.
So I don't recognize him?
No, because I don't think you were around when Jakey was introduced.
Oh, of course.
Excellent. I'm glad you're putting him in mortal danger.
Me too. All right. Hey everyone. Golden Tigers. Nice.
Charisma presence.
Nice.
I'll give you 2 dice for the running up the ledge.
Thank you.
The -2 dice for.
This isn't intimidation, is it?
No.
What?
Well, I get extra die. I wanted to
You so scared them.
If you were trying to scare them, they'd all just leave.
Ray needs to witness one of my speeches first. That way she gets my
Oh, you
Sun
get your
King
Sun
Radiance
King.
bonuses.
That's true.
Dang.
Well, that's enough to keep them there. And
Oh,
listening.
good.
Yeah, okay, we'll listen some more. Good.
Okay, you've probably heard the rumors floating around Nexus that there are some powerful and gifted people who want you to work for them. Your first task is simple. I'm gonna need 10 of you keeping an eye on this apartment building, and I give the building in Blue Sky where Jorek lives, at all times. There is somebody who's going to be kept in there. She is crazy. She has blue hair. She has a giant hammer. If she leaves, do not engage her, but make sure that one of us knows immediately. Let us know. Right? 10 people at all times until I call you off. Is that understood? I didn't hear you.
You're supposed to say yes or yes, ma'am.
Is
or-
that understood? Intimidation.
Okay.
Y'all
2 dice for that.
Empowering
you.
shout. No, not quite.
Is it? It's the angel of Nexus here.
There you go.
But I mean, empowering shout. I could give her like bonus dice,
Thanks.
but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let you do
That's
this
only
on
2.
your own.
Oh, shit. I always forget I can reroll non-successes on this. 3. Okay.
There you go.
Yes! It's not great, but it's a start.
He'll do.
Yeah, it's a start.
Everybody else, go about your lives, but know that you work for me now. You answer to me. I want you keeping your ears to the ground for our interests. I want you listening for, I don't know, people who might be planning on ambushing us, murdering us, attacking the city. If you hear of any, I don't know, suspicious deaths, let us know about that. Because we're here to make Nexus better, and we need your help to do it. Also, my good buddy, you may know her, the Angel of Nexus. Whenever she makes a speech,
Student blood, like.
whenever she makes a speech, I do not want her to be alone. I want at least 10 of you mingled in the crowds, keeping things under control. Don't start riots, don't start fights, but you're there for her protection. Is that understood?
And here you get, surprisingly, a very enthusiastic cheer.
Ooh, I like her.
Excellent. Yeah, that's it.
Kano's waiting for you.
I
Just
jump down.
below.
I want to do like a couple of flips.
Like an Olympic diver? Are
Yeah.
you crazy?
So, like the triple tuck. She's
Triple sound cap.
Boom, she lands the one leg out.
Yeah.
figure skating.
Yes, she is.
No, I want to do like a superhero landing. Yeah.
That's not.
That
you don't
I
have to
punch
roll
the
for a
floor and then I
superhero.
want it to kind of like cloud
Yep.
dust.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Great, thank you.
Kana walks up to you. That's not bad. You've never done that sort of thing before, have you?
Do it all the time. No, I've never done it before.
Your first fight's going to be in 2 weeks.
I can't wait. Oh, that's another thing. Anybody who fights me one-on-one in the pits, I will train personally after the fact.
You make sure that dragon-blooded is going to be there, right?
You'll be there.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I never do.
Ray, 2016.
You instill me with confidence.
It's all I can hope for, kinda.
Any extent.
And then I go, ha! As though, like, I'm
And
gonna
he-
punch him.
And he very visibly just goes,
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Anyway.
Peace out, bitches. And I leave.
So the short one
B-bomb.
runs after you.
Yep.
This is really happening, isn't it?
What?
You're gonna take Nexus on.
I'm taking Nexus with. Thanks.
How are your friends?
They're okay. They've been better, but they'll be okay.
I know, I'm sorry. You've been having a hard day.
I'm fine. I'm always fine. But,
And he
oh.
impulsively just wraps you in a hug.
Oh my god.
Oh. No, you love it.
I kind of like go like this for a second and then pat him on the head.
Do you want me to keep an eye on them here?
Sure, buddy. I think I can count on you. What's your name?
Jakey.
Nice to meet you, Jakey. I'm Ray.
I know. He turns and he goes back into the
Nice
arena.
kid. For reals.
Nice kid.
Val needs to teach Ray some speech making techniques.
Yay.
Okay.
Peace out, bitches.
Everyone's just like,
No, she'll just start bringing you along to her speeches and then be like, okay, now you can go talk to people.
Oh, thank you.
You guys get to Blue Sky.
I got 3 successes on my diagnosis using flawless diagnosis technique. I cannot get a wrong technique, a wrong diagnosis, but
The drug that you're holding can be used recreationally,
mhm.
but it's not a recreational drug. The effect that it's having on her, I mean, normally if it was somebody who was abusing like an opioid or something like that, then you'd be able to tell. There'd be that
Yeah.
like rush
Mhm.
and that sort of relaxation and then
Yeah.
that seeking the next fix. This one doesn't seem to give that kind of recreational rush that would be promised. It's fracturing her mind.
Yikes.
And she's convinced that she needs to keep taking it.
Okay.
But there's in fact nothing addictive about this physically. It's purely psychologically addictive. She believes she has to keep taking it. It's because
Okay.
when she doesn't take it,
Yeah.
that's when her mind becomes
Clears.
whole again.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to see her.
Based on your estimates,
Yeah.
she's been on this drug for the past 20 years.
And how old is she roughly?
She looks like she's about 25.
Right. Good old Exalted. Young forever.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Shit.
This would mean
Mhm.
that she's been taking this drug since before she ever met Ember.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
New intimacy. Drugs are bad. Okay.
Okay, defining.
Yeah. No, but we'll
Drugs
see.
are bad.
Intimacy.
Okay.
I figure it's fastest for me if I just run up on the roof to get to Blue Sky that way.
Yeah, just getting there, it's not hard for you. Or
Cool.
you could just do your stealth thing and just walk
Right.
through normally.
Well, that's true. Easily overlook presence.
Yeah, but I think I'm feeling kind of like, yeah, parkour. So I think I'm
Yeah.
just going to go up on the roof.
But anyway, when you reach Blue Sky,
This is it.
I'd like it back, please.
What? His? Let's go inside, Tide. You and me.
I'm just gonna put my hand on Jorek's shoulder. Whisper in his ear.
She goes inside, so you don't have to whisper.
Okay.
We're going to get a placebo replacement for that.
Can we not do? Can we get that now?
I'm gonna go.
Great idea.
I'm gonna go find an apothecary in Blue Sky.
That's not hard to find.
Yep.
But
And
if you'll remember, this is an apothecary with a broken door.
has he gotten out yet?
God damn it,
Is the door
Ray.
fixed?
He seems to have fixed it by installing a curtain as opposed to a door for now.
Oops.
Yes, hello!
Hi.
Hello! What can
I?
I do for you?
Do you have a drug that comes in sort of a red crystal form?
No, I'm afraid I've given all of that drug away.
All of it away. Shucks. Do you have anything that looks like that?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
It looks like a gemstone.
Do you have anything that looks like it?
Uh,
Could you make something that looks like it?
what do you ask me to do? Fake a drug?
Yep.
Oh, well, okay then. How much money do you have?
Plenty.
I love this guy.
Okay, just look, it's going to take me like 20 minutes. Is it
Great.
okay?
Perfect.
Payment now, though.
I have no idea how much to pay for this.
Oh, whatever. Just
Yeah. No, but I'm like, Val would be
Oh,
like,
whatever.
Blue Sky. People like lots of money.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Val's going to overpay.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
Val's going to slightly overpay, whatever that amounts
well, it's
to.
very good. I will work on this immediately.
Thank you.
You come back soon, yes?
I'm going to stay.
Oh.
Well, do you want to watch me do it?
Yes, I'm interested.
What is someone like you doing around here in Blue Sky?
Please start working.
Hashtag sassy Val.
Back to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna. Please shut up. I'm heading inside after her, but I'm gonna make sure to conceal my canister. What the hell? My water container.
Your canteen.
Oh, that's the ticket.
There you go.
I make sure to contain my canteen. Hide it in. And head up to. Well, actually, I'm gonna stop at the concierge,
Yep.
Mhm.
who hopefully has healed his feet.
Oh, yeah. Well, no,
It's
because
been a
it's
while,
only,
bro.
It's,
Oh, no, but he's not
it's only
exalted.
like a week. He's not exalted. He's in healing your
Right.
wounds. But he seems to be in good spirits.
Hello again, my friend.
Hi.
It's been a long time.
It's been a week. That's not that long.
Feels like forever.
Of course, Jorek. What can I do for you?
I have a friend who needs to stay in my apartment. I take it
Okay.
it's still available.
We don't rent it to anyone else.
Good. And privacy would be.
Mm. As far as I know, you haven't been here in some time.
Good. Thank you. I hope you're well.
Of course.
Let me ask you something. I've heard talk of the Angel of Nexus and of a fighter of legendary capabilities here
Yes.
in Nexus. What have you heard of that?
He is trying to figure out
Yep.
from you
Have fun.
whether you are lying
Oh.
about your feigned.
Oh, like
I don't know who
my
this
like.
is.
I don't know who these people are.
He doesn't get paid to
What's your
think.
job?
5.
Oh,
Not
well,
gonna
he has
bother.
no chance. Never mind.
Na, na, na,
Yes,
na,
Well,
na,
he
na.
had a chance and he blew it.
What are we gonna do?
Rip.
Actually, we gain 2 from defending with Bravo.
Nice.
Bravo.
Stories. I know they've been here. I know that they're your friends, and I haven't told a soul.
Thank you.
I directed your friend upstairs.
I'll go as well. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but there's been so much destruction in Nexus lately. I just feel like I want to build.
That's a noble goal, sir.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this.
People all just like to discuss their problems, sir. That's only normal.
I appreciate the listening ear. Maybe I'll come down at the wee hours of the morning, talk at you some more.
All right, sir. I'll look forward to it.
Here, have a drink on me. And I'll head upstairs.
So you see, as I take this gem, yes, it is just a normal gem, but I'm shaving it little bits here and there, and I'm going to bring it down a little bit. It's not going to be much. This is just glass, right? But you'll be able to put it into
What's
some
the
water.
medical effect of
There's
them?
going to it's glass. You
No.
shouldn't drink it. It's bad for you. But as long as you don't put too much into the water, it's going to be fine.
That was out of game, like asking what's the medical, and like, do I know how to use this in such a way that's not going to like
Yeah,
cut her throat open?
yeah, just
'Kay.
like scrape the
Yeah,
glass
yeah.
into the
Great.
water.
Awesome.
Cut his throat open. It's okay. Win-win.
I made a promise that I have to keep for a week, my friend.
Well,
Patience.
No, the promise is you wouldn't. No,
Yeah.
it's true. Didn't promise you wouldn't
So,
have a drink glass.
listen,
Great.
what are you doing later?
Uh,
Are you a doctor?
Yes.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yes, and I've got several people to treat.
And you? And what about a husband?
Nope.
I'll tell you what. I'll give this to you free.
Nope.
You have not
paid
even.
for it.
You have not even heard my
I
other
don't
offer.
care. I like paying people for their services.
Oh boy.
All right. I'll take the money and then let me buy you dinner.
No, thank you. I've got things to attend to and people to attend to.
You're a very busy doctor
Yes, I am.
and a very busy woman.
Yes, I am.
Is it something about me? You don't like apothecaries? You have something against apothecaries?
I've encountered a few people lately that have been awfully dependent on drugs, so I'm starting to wonder how I feel about them.
Yikes.
I mean, you sell good
He
things and you
pushes the
sell
gem
bad
across
things.
the counter and he's like, "There you go, everything's fine. Thank you very much. The curtain, I can close the curtain. Everything will be okay. Go ahead. Bye."
Don't call the FDA. Thank you.
Mental note. Not boy.
The curtain just.
So good. It's so good.
Actually,
Ah!
Close.
I don't think you should restock on that drug ever again. Intimidate?
Yeah, intimidate the living
shit.
shit out of him right now, man.
Is my Sun King not my Sun King, my Majestic Radiant Presence
Do
still,
it, do
is
it.
still the same scene?
Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Whatever. Go nuts.
Take that,
This
NPCs.
apothecary is going to be effed up by the end of this, John. I love it.
There's so many exalted. I don't know what to do with them. I think they want to kill me.
Finding intimacy.
1, 2, 3,
Scared
4,
of the
5,
assaulted.
6, 7, 8,
Holy
9.
shit.
Why do I get such a good success on this? 1, 2,
Oh my
3,
God, that's
4, 5, 6,
amazing.
7, 8, 9 successes.
It's like, just
You know, I
He
think
wearing
maybe
his brown
I'm
pants
going to
today?
find another line of work. Thank you very much. Do you want to buy my apothecary shop?
I think you
Oh,
should
you
just.
should.
I think you should just be focusing on selling healing medicines. I think that would be
Yes.
great.
Everybody likes healing medicines.
That's great. Have a great life.
Okay, as you start walking
Yeah.
away, you can see that like he sneaks around to the side and he's starting a little fire. He comes back around. You can see every once in a while out of his window there's another thing that just goes
Oh my
into
god.
the fire.
Healing Nexus. One person at a time.
Click.
Hello,
Click, click.
to Nightshade.
The Valparazzi are there. They're just like, oh my god, she's so
Is that
cool.
like the paparazzi?
Yes, but
Here.
for Val.
I see.
Am I at Blue Sky?
Yeah, you can get to Blue Sky at this point.
When
But
it
he
hops
gets
down
his
to the
first
balcony.
crack at Exquisite Tide.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
do. Wait, what? No, Scott.
You can see Ember, who's in the cart.
Great. I will take that.
He's
Drink.
he's propped himself up on his shoulders, and he's kind of every once in a while he just runs his hand over his chest to just sort of try to feel as if every one of his ribs is still there.
Fine, I'll take a half second to that.
Exquisite Tide is sitting on the couch.
So, this will be where you stay for the next week.
Will be where I stay. I agreed to that. I know I agreed to that.
No, you did.
It's very dry.
I move over to the counter and pour some wine and offer it to her.
She just takes it as if it's normal that people hand her wine, takes a sip.
Tide, you mentioned you might tell me later. I was hoping now would be that time.
Where I found Three Fates Shadow.
And why?
Why?
What could she have for you?
She knows where you live.
Exquisite Tide, the others aren't here. You can be honest with me. Is it Ember you want back, or us you want gone?
Ask me the question again.
Is it Ember you want back, or us you want gone?
I can't think. There were anathema in the city.
There were.
It was my duty to go and assist in the wild hunt.
And to bring your husband home.
But he's chosen not to go home. He's decided to stay. He's allied himself with the anathema.
Exquisite Tide,
Yes.
do you feel like your mind is...
I've hurt somebody.
Pick up my ears as well. Or hurt, sorry.
I hurt someone recently.
You did? It was Ember.
No, that's not... I would never hurt Ember. I hurt someone else.
What do they look like, Tide?
A woman. She's telling stories.
Yes.
Why did I hurt her?
She was telling stories about the...
They were lovely stories.
You liked them. Were they about
They were hopeful.
about your sister?
I think so.
Mm. I want you to know, Tide. And here I pass her the... Nobody's back yet? I pass her the water laced with drugs.
The real drug.
Yeah.
Son of a
Okay.
bitch.
Well, I want to give her some. So I'm gonna hold on to it as she drinks, just to try to make sure she doesn't drink too much.
I'm not thirsty.
All right.
And then she drinks some wine.
Tide, your mind is a jumble. You're trying to bring order to the world.
Have you ever heard the stories?
I have heard the stories.
I heard a story once of A boy stolen by an anathema, stolen away. And his father went to go and find him, and his father died. There was an arrow. I heard this story and I fell in love, and I can't remember anything. Now you arrive. Now you can choose whether to go in or whether to continue talking to Amber.
I'll stay outside.
So you have a posse now.
I don't know. They're gonna guard this place. But what can they do?
You mustn't start thinking that just because someone is mortal, that they are useless.
It's not that they'd be useless, it's that I would never forgive myself if she killed someone who was working for me.
I understand that. You've never lost someone under your command.
Never had anyone under my command.
I have.
So how do you deal with it?
It hurts. But you have to remember that somebody who volunteers for a dangerous job understands that a dangerous job sometimes has mortal consequences. I have had to order someone into a situation that I was certain would lead to his death, but that was necessary to save others. And he did it willingly.
And did he die?
Yes. And I remember his name.
What was his name?
Gone. But I honor him, even though he died doing something that now I know is wrong. He died saving people from one of you.
How do you feel?
I feel as if my wife plunged a gourmand into my chest.
Sounds exciting.
I was 2 floors away when it happened. But I could hear it.
Of course you could.
I think I felt it.
Perhaps. I felt it.
In that moment, for just a flash, I thought, oh, that's it. He's gone.
You're trying to get out of our fight.
It was a pretty shitty half second.
Do you know, it's been a difficult life, and I'm certain that it will be a death that will be remembered, even if only by you. But I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Gonna kiss him. No matter who's watching.
His sister,
No
A
matter
corpse.
who.
a corpse.
Three-faced shadow, basically dead.
It's fine.
Three-Faced Shadow is asleep.
It's fine.
Oh yeah, she's out.
Yeah, it's the touch of blissful release is
Oh, of
basically
course, yeah.
like it
Oh,
doesn't
she's
necessarily
sleeping.
make you unconscious, but she's
She's
taking the opportunity
heard
to
enough
sleep.
to just
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
He kisses back
Nice.
because of course.
As you do.
Aw.
Dwa.
And then the whole block explodes.
And then the building go boom,
Yeah.
and Jorek go.
And then, like, all the fumes from the apothecary's drugs start wafting over.
So, yeah.
Guys, I'm feeling
Like
pretty
hanging
tripped out right now.
All right, okay, ladies. I love it.
Yes.
I need to sleep.
You do.
Is there more wine?
Yes, there is. I refill her cup. We'll have everything you need. When you wake up, you'll have everything you need.
Is there more wine?
I pour water.
That water?
No.
Okay. She drinks it, but she doesn't seem to
Yeah.
notice. She's sweating, and she looks up. Is there more wine? Anything? I just don't... And at this point, you can arrive.
Tide, you need something to focus on.
I need you to tell her I'm sorry.
Who?
Three-faced shadow.
I don't remember her name.
Who? Describe her.
Felicity. The woman you bribed to have run out of town. Beaten.
Who? Her? No, I did that on purpose.
How much of this city do I need to apologize to on your behalf? Tide, I'm sorry. You want to be a force for order, and you're a force for chaos.
I'm so sorry.
We can guide you.
I just don't know what's happening anymore.
You don't. And that's alright. It's terrible to go through. You're going to be going through a lot of that in the near future.
I just thought the stories were so beautiful. I thought we could be sisters.
Maybe in time. You need to rest.
Yes. Is there more wine?
I pour some.
She doesn't even drink it. She just gets up and wordlessly walks over to the bed and just lies down on top. She hasn't even taken her armor off.
Kind of face plant.
Not quite.
No.
She's just kind of crawled into it.
Is she still, like, receptive to speaking? Like, she hasn't just passed out. I mean, she's definitely...
She is sleeping.
Never mind that.
I'm going to take the gem out and leave it on the sideboard where the wine and stuff is.
She is very sick. Her mind is...
Yes.
I thought she was just sadistic. And I wanted her dead. I mean, not an hour ago.
Maybe that's always been at her core, and that's why she's been taking this for the past 20 years. Or maybe it was nothing, and this drug has done it to her. It's hard to tell at this point.
Yeah. I'm hoping over the next few days that you and I can
Visit her.
visit her, work with her, make her see that... I know we certainly don't want anyone to be sisters right away, but perhaps you would consider being her guide. While she heals.
Managed to turn Summer Blaze, who is so fiercely insistent on our being anathema. But her mind, at least, was clear. I think this will be a challenge.
I think we're up for a challenge.
I think so. I'm going to tend to our wounds before we leave.
I'll give you some privacy. And with that, I jump out the window. Now I go back.
I catch you.
As you head downstairs, you see a woman robed in white talking to the concierge.
I'm going to.
Because of course.
And then Starlight Dove turns to look at your face. Excuse me, I really should be talking to him.
Here I am.
Let's go outside.
I step outside with her. I want to try to hide her from the cart. So, like, I want to step around the corner as soon as we leave.
Bro, she knows, man.
Not bad, not bad.
So. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm ready for you.
For successes, I'm not using any charms. She can heal up over time. She's not going anywhere.
No, she's not going anywhere.
Well,
Patch her up good. And head out.
get some plaster it on.
Yep, definitely.
Ta-da.
Statue.
I didn't think I'd be seeing you again.
You're holding a prisoner.
Seems like we're doing that every other week.
You're also holding someone else.
Yes.
You destroyed one of them.
We did.
She was starting to tell you a story.
Do you know the boy?
He's in the cart.
I thought so. Huh. How do you know this story?
I'm the one who killed his father. With this. And she pulls her power bow out of thin air. And she hands it to you.
This is beautiful craftsmanship.
Yes, it is. Today you proved that you know how to put an arrow where it deserves. And you also proved to not fire when it was important, which means you've earned that.
I don't think I can accept.
Why not? I will never be an archer like you.
I just want to be sure that I know to not use this unless it is necessary.
I would not give you a weapon this powerful if I did not think you would know how to use it. There will be times where we'll disagree, perhaps. But I'm prepared to be disappointed.
Sling it over my other shoulder so that my butt was crossed.
Its name is Heart's String.
That's strange. Can I ask what it's made of?
As you run your
Yeah,
hands
as
over
we-
the metal?
Yeah.
That's great. Make a crafts roll.
I'd love to. Can I? No, you
No.
can't. I have 0 crafts.
You can roll intelligence
Yeah.
at a -1 penalty.
Perfect.
Don't know craft.
I get it. I
You
get
know
it.
craft
You
about
want us
craft.
to know crafts? None.
Jorek.
It looks super cool.
It doesn't look like orichalcum though.
It's not golden.
Boss. Okay.
I like it.
Well, I very much appreciate this gift. I hope to repay it in kind one day for all that you've done for us, and all that I assume you will continue to do.
Maybe. I don't know whether she lives or dies. By your hand, or by one of your friends. But I think I can trust you to make the right decision.
I thought the loom of fate was already weaved.
If I could explain it to you, I would. Just imagine 5 strings running, just like blood.
Yes!
There
Shit!
And imagine that you can feel the tug of each of those strings. It's my job to run through the strings, over and under, so that they play the right notes.
I hope we can recognize the right notes when we hear them.
I hope so too.
You should know we have 3 Fates, Shadow.
I do. She's in the cart.
Yes.
I thought it best, perhaps, not to reveal myself to them. At this time, I'm sure that there's a lot weighing on Ray's mind. But it's good to see that she's decided to kiss someone again.
Yes. Wait, what?
Downstairs?
So you head downstairs.
Out to the cart, I guess, if there's no one in the lobby.
We are still macking out.
Okay, so you head to the cart. Ray is kissing Ember, which is not really a good idea in his condition, but Three-Faced Shadow is unconscious. Summer Blaze is very distinctly looking forward with this kind of like 1,000-yard stare.
See, these are the heroes of Nexus then.
I love it.
Pearl is dead in the cart.
There's a corpse.
Yep. Is Jorek in the cart?
Jork's
right now?
not in the cart yet.
Hashtag no Jorek.
Val, come and sit with me.
Yes. Just gonna lean into the back of the cart.
What's up?
Don't get too enthusiastic. You'll set his recovery back. And then heads to the cart.
Is everything all right?
It's all right as it can be. She's been taking drugs for a long time that have been messing with her mind. Maybe her mind was already messed up before then, but now it is, well, you've seen how she is. But as far as I can tell, she'll stay put. Thanks to Jorek, she probably will. For the week.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. How about you? Do you have anything that you want to accomplish in town today?
I prevented a building from falling down.
That's true. Thank you.
I'm being very kind to my brother right now.
Very.
And you can feel his hand on your hip just squeezes just a little bit when he hears that.
You know, he should probably
I'm trying
take
to
a nap.
decide whether or not I want to go up those stairs and undo all the hard work you've done. But I won't.
At that, I'm gonna emerge for air and just be like, some of us wouldn't blame you. Some of us might encourage you to take that course of action.
I'm gonna tend to Ember's wounds. And I get up and walk over to Ember. Have patience.
You guys made it so I don't have a choice.
You can wait a week, can't you?
Got what we wanted from her.
If she hasn't figured out a way to do more damage by then, sure.
There's at least people looking out for you, which is good. And the Angel of Nexus has been spreading just as surely as the disease that you're trying to track. I haven't heard of anyone else dying from it yet.
Well, at least we now know what triggers it.
You do?
Yes.
What?
I'd like to contemplate it some more. If you don't mind.
Yes, that's fine.
We can stop it. We can heal the city, rebuild, make it better.
I understand.
I wish Pearl had been more amenable to our cause. I wish Three Fates Shadow was... Well, I wish I could have met her when she was Three Fates saved. Let me put it that way.
You currently have Tepet Exquisite Tide sitting in a room, instead of gourd on the edge of a spear. Do you believe Pearl would have given her that mercy?
No.
Pearl believes that it is an important thing to kill those who stand in his way.
Whereas I believe everyone can work together to a common goal. Even those who are ill.
I wish I could tell you which one of you was right. I get the feeling the answer lies somewhere in the middle.
Compromise.
I want you to understand that there are opportunities for you to effect change, and there are some that are very far gone, who you will never be able to change except at the point of a sword or arrow. I believe Ray understands this. I believe Val knows this. But I believe you are currently questioning it. And that's why I gave you that. I'll see you soon. She nods, turns, and just starts walking, and as she turns into an alleyway. Away from the cart.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to add another to the cart. So much
Don't-
space.
don't-
There's
don't.
so much space here.
Yeah, totally.
Well, at least we have Three Fates Shadow. I hoist a heartstring. There we go.
Petard?
Hoist my petard. I head back to the cart as well.
Is it time to go home?
Think my speeches can wait for another day? Did anyone else have business to attend the disease?
Uh,
Did you?
I learned something about it. I think we need to discuss it.
You're now holding one bow.
Yeah,
You can't make it disappear.
I'm not going to say anything about it.
Fancy bow. Fancy Jorek
can see
apartment.
it. What's with the bow, but you know what? You can tell us on the way back.
Oh. Someone left it in...
Super cash.
oh, this? This old thing?
Uh-huh.
Someone left it in my apartment. It looks like the one that Starlight Dove has. She probably left it for
Can
me.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not.
go
It's
nuts.
worth like absolutely nothing right now.
It's worth.
Well, I have to get like all successes, right?
I kind of wanted to know. I'm gonna leave it where I'm at.
Nope.
The
Two.
bows,
Ended with the
star metal bows have a little bit of frill, Krister, but not tons.
giant fancy book.
My
shirt!
his fancy shirt. Yeah.
So I go. Fine.
Gonna go over to Three Fates.
They wanted the location of your home.
That's
You didn't give it to them.
I promised myself I wouldn't make a sound,
I'm sorry that they did
that I
this.
would be silent as the grave.
I'm so sorry that they did this to you.
Is why we don't bring people back with us.
I broke my promise.
What did you tell them?
Nothing.
What
But
promise?
I screamed.
I'm
After
gonna
5 days, I screamed.
run my hand like over her hair, sort of thing.
Her skin is starting to feel cool,
Mhm.
which maybe that's how it's supposed to feel.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Her hair's really sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
The fact that it took you 5 days to scream shows just how strong you are. I'm sorry that it took me that long to get to you.
I wish I could tell you that I was going to hold out forever,
It doesn't matter.
but I can't. I can't say.
You're
Thank you, Mr. Wiggles.
extremely strong. What you did was very chivalrous. To do that for us.
There are those who would say it was chivalrous to torture me.
I disagree with those.
They believe I'm evil.
And I believe that individuals should be judged by their own actions rather than those of their kind.
I'm not feeling pain.
I gave you a touch of my essence to ease the pain for now.
It will come back.
It may. If you stay rested, I'm going to tend to you.
I can't. I'm so. Thank you.
Thank you.
I tried not to tell them.
And you didn't. And that is commendable. And I, again, am so sorry that it took us so long to get to you. And I'm sorry to tell you that Infinite Dirge is still looking for you.
I know, but I had to protect him.
And
You had to protect him?
Ray says it's not his time to go.
her father.
Jorek, can you make any of those fancy vows still?
What do you need?
Ray,
What you did with Tide and Val, can you do that?
she's saying that she didn't give up the man's location
I know.
for your father.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna be let back in there. I need her to swear.
What?
Can't.
That she will let him live.
Three Fates, do you want Ray's father dead?
No.
I don't see it.
She doesn't call it that. Just make her swear it.
Ray, I don't.
I
Are you willing to?
didn't tell them where you lived because I thought they would kill him.
All I need
She
you to
probably
do
would have.
is swear that you won't kill him.
I swear I will not kill him unless he asks me to.
Swear you won't kill him.
Wow.
I wish I could. But it is an oath I took long ago that if someone asks, I must give it to them.
Then you're not coming in.
I understand.
She's gonna make your father beg for death.
She has every right.
That depends where you live.
You've taken one death from her already today.
Some believe that it is the family's right to choose, and some believe that it's the patient's right to choose.
And unfortunately, you and
Kate, sorry, can you twist my camera back? Other way. There you go.
It's a simple oath. 3 fates.
That goes against an oath she's already made.
I don't care. Does she
Right.
want us to protect her? Does she want you to heal her? Does
Ray,
She hasn't asked any of that of us.
Ray, the only reason I don't make the oath is because I will not lie to you. If he asked me, I would have to.
I'll stay with her above ground.
They don't need to speak.
I'll stay with her above ground.
Fine. Swear that you won't kill him unless he asks you to, but you are never to be alone with him.
I swear it.
Jorek.
Her words are still lingering in essence.
Yep. She'll never be alone with
Hashtag sanctify.
Hashtags. Hashtag Jorek needs a rest, boyos.
Jorek
That's an
is
awful lot of willpower.
Is Jorek a dim now?
Yes.
Jorek is a little dim.
I've
actually,
been a
sorry,
little
that's just
glowy
3.
all day,
Then you're fine.
basically.
So, the context of this, just so that everyone's clear, I will not kill Ray's. I will not kill Ray's father unless he asks me to, and I will not stay alone with him. And that's indefinite.
Well, until
Yep.
his father dies.
Yeah. Or
Yes,
she
but it does
I don't
mean
have to
that-
be weird
It
about
does mean, for instance, that like if someone was like, the manse is under attack, 3-Face Shadow, you stay behind and guard him.
She can't. Yep.
She'll leave.
Yep.
Or she'll stay and break the oath.
Yep.
Ooh, that's not good.
Thank you.
I want
She-
to protect your father just as much as
She reaches out
Not just as much.
and she tries to lay her hand on yours.
Give it time, okay?
She lets it drop. She doesn't seem disappointed or anything. She actually honestly looks too tired to look disappointed. And she just curls back up again and falls asleep.
How far along are we in the journey to the manse right now?
Oh, I don't think you've ever actually left.
What? I thought this was all on the way.
No.
God damn
Because
it.
like we have stuff to do. I
Oh,
mean, I don't
mush,
know if it's today.
mush.
That's the question.
I had asked about the disease, and then she woke up.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my god, I thought we were traveling this whole time.
Nope.
Oh,
Well,
rip.
Was that thunder?
No.
I don't think so.
Someone with a dumpster.
exposing a Pearl's body, I see. Shouldn't joke.
So,
Just a quick spectacle.
Now?
Yeah, a little cool beverage.
Oh.
Sorry.
yeah, it might be time for a second break. or
Just
I
just
can-
like a minute.
We'll take a quick break
1
here.
minute.
Yeah.
Let's throw it out to the chat. It's an interesting, weird decision-making session.
Yeah.
Perfect for when the Onyx. Perfect for when
For-
Geek and Sundry decides to
Host us for the very first
host us
time.
for the first time, and like it's
Dive right into the middle
Yeah,
of a
dive right
really
into-
complex series of negotiations
yeah.
that have been building up over the past 16 streamed episodes and 5 before that. So, bit of much to jump into.
I'm gonna say hi to Where's My Super Suit.
Hi.
Thanks for showing up in here. We are, in fact, as people in the chat have indicated, we're playing a different role-playing game called Exalted. This is the 3rd edition, which was released just months ago, which we're having a blast with. It's a role-playing system that's published by the Onyx Path. Check out that book. Check out that beast of a book. It
But-
is huge.
A big chunk is lore, part story about the world, and a big chunk is charms, which you can sort of think of as spells or once per day abilities.
Where's Dat
Well,
Lemonade?
except
Do
they're
we
not
have any
once
left,
per
or are
day.
we...
It's in the fridge. Scott, well, you're in there.
I think Scott went over that way.
Well,
Right here. Lemonade? Yeah,
yes, please, thank you.
I don't think it was.
I will point out that there are synopses for everything that's happened up to this point. If you go to ExalTwitch.com, where you can see synopses for... Oh, there you go, she's pointing. You can see synopses for all the episodes that we've posted along with YouTube links, so that you can check us out. But this is just reminding me that we really do have to do like a total recall.
Total.
Yeah.
Hashtag total recap.
Like a clip show? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah,
that's
I
what
love
we
the
almost
idea.
did
We've gotten
today.
some great submissions.
Absolutely. But I'm also happy that we were playing today instead of just
Oh,
recapping.
me too. Oh man,
Yeah.
you can't leave a moment like that for 2 weeks. That would have been insane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of curious right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people who are not necessarily as happy as they could be. It's not a session where somebody was going to walk away feeling like everything's sunshine lollipops.
Oh,
and
no.
So
rainbows.
you
Nobody
mean
was gonna
our
come out of here happy.
party doesn't have peace of mind at the moment?
Oh, thank God.
What,
We're
are you
about to
happy?
Cack from the disease, because that's the trigger, right?
Yeah.
Peace of mind.
Yeah, but
Or
we're
I'm
not
just gonna be
affected.
like,
Well, we don't know
everything's
that.
perfect. Everything is awesome.
Zorg's back. He was just thinking.
Mm. Mm.
I may have accidentally too.
Are we ready to go then?
I didn't.
Accidentally took one of your notes, I believe, because it ended up under
Right,
my.
sure.
Hello, Square Cloud 506.
Hello to everyone that's been joining us. It's
Yes,
wonderful.
welcome to all the new people. I know this is a very interesting episode out of context.
Mm-hmm. So back to the manse.
We
If
need
no
to
one
dis-
has any other errands.
I have many errands, but not today. We need to discuss what to do about this, and then.
And hello, where's my super suit?
Oh.
There we go. All right.
And we need to figure out what we're going to do about this disease.
Yes.
We gotta get back.
And whatever you found out isn't instantaneously.
No.
Okay.
No, it's strange.
All right.
I'd rather not discuss it here,
Yep.
You can tell us on the way back.
if you want.
Let's go. Thank you, Summer Blaze.
We're headed home.
Before we leave, I do want to check to see if any of the golden tigers have showed up.
Roll.
Do you remember one face in a crowd of 30?
4.
They're being very sneaky about it. They've set up positions around. One of them is currently at the apothecary, looking at him dumping an immense number of narcotics. And a couple of them have already set up at one of the at a park, which is a fair distance away, but definitely still close enough that they can see you.
Okay, so actually, really quick, I want to jump out of the cart and run over to the nearest one.
Right. Oh.
We'll be back tomorrow. Make sure we're not followed.
You saved my husband.
Who's your husband?
He was in the warehouse. You saved my husband. I'll stay awake for a week if you need me to. And she just smiles and then just looks back at where it needs to be.
Clap her on the back. I appreciate that.
The cart's already rolling, so you gotta like run to catch
I
up.
sprint and I monkey leap in it. I don't.
3 months.
But I
please.
could.
I want to make sure Pearl's body is covered before we get to the gates.
Pearl's body is definitely covered.
Like, make sure it doesn't look like a human-shaped sack. I don't know what the deal with carrying corpses is.
I need to Jedi mind wave them and be like, we are best friends, guards. Let me tell
There
you.
are no
what-
corpses in this trunk.
So you're all headed back now? At
Yeah.
this point?
Yes.
On the way,
Mm-hmm.
nothing is planned.
Yeah.
Three-Face-
Boom.
Well, Three-Face
Now I'm-
Shadow is asleep? Or
Yeah, I'm
unconscious?
running through
Fish
the
Shadow
tally
is
of
asleep.
bodies
She's
and
not-
injuries.
She's asleep.
Okay. She's asleep. Girl's dead. Everybody else is cool. So there you go.
Yeah, Ember's injured, but he's okay for now. So I think I'm going to start tending to Three Fates as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Team Moon Moon.
Come on. While you're doing that, I spoke to Pearl before he succumbed to his tide injuries. The disease has a trigger. The trigger is
and the horse suddenly stops.
Damn it!
I love it.
Whoa.
The gate's closed.
Excuse me?
The gate is
I
closed.
gently put down 3 feet shadow. Get up, like, hop up to sort of be leaning out of the cart. See what I can get my eyes on. Do I see people guarding
You see the
gate?
guard that you've bribed
Yeah.
at least twice now.
Yeah.
And he looks down. Sorry.
Why is it closed?
Quarantine.
Quarantine? Is there a sickness spreading?
Listen, that's all I'm supposed to tell you. Quarantine.
I'm gonna walk up to him. This is probably not still the same scene.
And you hear, as you start walking up to him,
Yeah.
you hear him just whisper to someone, it's like, oh no.
I'm sorry, my friend.
You've been very kind to me in the past, but
We
no
cause
bribe's
you so
gonna
much
be able
trouble.
to. You can't leave.
That's fine.
The city-state is in quarantine.
That's fair. We'll figure out somewhere to stay in town. Can you tell me anything about the quarantine?
I can tell you that there is at least 2 legions standing outside.
To defend, to keep people in?
The realm seems to be very curious about a disease that has been spreading.
What have you heard about it?
I just see legions out my other side of the wall, and
Yep.
I decide not to ask questions.
That's fair. Do you...
Can you keep my family safe?
I will do my best. From the disease? Or
Anything.
there are a lot of people.
Another
they-
another one of the guards is like, yeah, no, it's okay. You know, protect them from disease, but they can get run through by the legion. It's all good. It's all good. And the other guy just,
Oh, no army is entering Nexus.
oh no. There isn't allowed to be an army in Nexus. We all know that. But look, just I
Keep
don't
those
know.
gates closed.
I haven't
That's
heard
your
anybody
job.
dying of any disease.
It's your job to keep the gates closed. Do your job, you do it well. If those gates open, I will get this army out of Nexus just like I got the last one out of Nexus.
Okay. If we can't get out of here, and there's 2 legions standing outside, I guarantee you they're not here because of the disease. This is Summerblaze talking.
Yeah, I know. I want to like get away from the guards though.
Hmm.
The tunnels.
Can I see through the gate?
We can go through
No.
the tunnels.
It's like a big closed door.
They lead outside
Can
of
I
the
monkey
city.
leap up to the top of the battle?
You certainly could. That the guards might find that threatening.
They might.
I will be very calm.
There's no way that they could have mustered 2 legions to outside Nexus because of a disease that didn't exist
Until
until
2
2
days
days
ago.
ago.
Then who's out
Monkey
there?
leaping up.
Okay, so Ray just the guards sort of startled, like they pull out their pikes.
Calm
She
down.
won't break quarantine. She'll stay inside the city. Please, Ray.
I'll even intimidate them. Calm the fuck down.
All right, I'll give you 2 dice for that.
Oh,
Thank
those
you.
Poor guards.
You swore at them.
Of course.
And she's
Oh, is
just
that how you
leaped.
get a 1 point stun?
Sure is.
Monkey leaping up and swearing at them as well. Okay, you get a 1 point stun.
Yeah, I know.
4.
Simple, man.
They just lower their. Thanks, Paper Sword. We love our LARP show too.
Yeah.
They just lower their spears. Looking out,
Yep.
more than you can count. Soldiers standing outside. Far more than the little ragtag army that was inside here. On an order
Oh.
of magnitude.
Fudge.
So much ragtag.
What do you see from up there, friend?
Do you know how many people are in a legion? Hey, chat. Let her know how many people are in a legion.
I see a lot of people, Val.
Like this The same number that was in the square?
Yeah, give or take 1,000. Couple hundred.
You should probably get
10?
off that wall
I can't
before one
count
of them
very high.
decides to shoot you. Or all of them. You're strong, but not that strong.
So I've made a mental note of how many are in there, and I'm gonna hunt back down. We're gonna find out exactly how many.
How good at counting is Ray?
She's so good. What she lacks
There
in
are-
words, she makes up for in numbers.
There
Holy
are 6,000
Holy
soldiers per legion. I
beef
think for
nuggets.
Exalted, I believe the Lars is correct, and then it's 5, but
Holy
I could be wrong.
I mean, still.
So
I'm
there's
gonna say
10,000
crap
soldiers
biscuit.
currently massed outside.
5,000?
10.
Times
10,000.
times
Oh.
two.
There's 2 legions out there.
Yep.
And
Fire an arrow over the wall.
guards, do you happen to know if there are similar quantities at other entrances to the city? Have you heard?
No, I haven't heard.
Alright. You keep that gate shut. And you send people looking for the Angel of Nexus if
They've
it
already
opens.
said that they're not interested in entering the city.
Fantastic.
For now.
But if that changes, send people looking for the Angel of Nexus.
What are they gonna do? Starve us out?
Let's get back in the cart.
Can't stay
Let's
up.
head back into town.
Dad's out there.
Head back into town
Clop, 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 clop.
and into the tunnels
clop,
and out of the
clop,
city.
clop, clop.
I agree. It might be dangerous, but we can get
At the
back
same
to the
time, I guess, Jorek, can you talk to an official, find out what the city knows about this legion?
Absolutely, but there's not a lot I can do in terms of getting them out of here.
No.
Hey! And you see,
Hello?
just a little further off
Yeah.
in the road, you see Jakey.
Ah! Like,
Oh,
hey,
hello.
man.
Okay, let's
Hi.
run through with it.
Hi.
Oh. And he just
Pets the horse.
pets the horse for a second.
Of course he does.
Good.
Of
Hey.
course it's right.
There's a lot of people out there.
There are. Do you know anything about it? Other than there being a lot of people?
Do you need to get out of here?
We were on our way out. Do you have an idea?
I don't. But I could get out.
Can you?
Yeah.
How do they know you're not part of this quarantine?
They won't see me leave.
Oh, really?
Oh, shit.
Are you sneaky, Jakey?
Do you need me to keep watch
Always.
over someone else?
I'd like to.
I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to communicate to me right now. Feels like
Do you
a...
need me to leave Nexus to keep watch over someone else?
Is this Jakey?
Yeah, so I'd like to.
we gonna check on that. How do we check on that?
well, I'd like to, if I may,
Paper sword, yes you can. ExalTwitch.com.
I'd like to read intentions on Jakey to discover whether he has any intimacies towards us.
Sure.
Yeah, no. That's what I want to do.
Cool. Jakey currently has a guile of 8.
Wow!
I
Guess
feel
we-
like that tells
answers
me
that
everything I need to
question.
know, but I'm
That's
still
okay.
gonna do it because I'm
Yeah.
curious.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Yeah.
Oh, shit snacks, man.
So I look at him, I gaze into his dead, cold eyes. No, I'm just kidding. I turn
His
to
cute
Ray and I
little
go,
eyes.
I think Jakey's everything he appears.
Fair enough.
Trust
Yes.
him.
I don't know how to get in.
But you know where to go.
I'll keep an eye. And I'll stop anyone who decides to make any entrance.
Thank you.
And I'll wait for you to join me.
Thank you. We'll catch up with you as soon as we can.
And he pets the horse another couple of times and he just says, "You keep him safe now. You ride fast and you ride strong." And he turns and he just runs away from you.
He's like a teenager, right? He's like a,
Yeah.
So it's a
He looks
funny
like
run?
He
Is
looks
what
like
I'm
he's
hearing?
14.
Whoa!
Wow.
Okay.
Ray, is that alright with you?
It's better than nothing.
If you want to head to the tunnels to see if we can get out of here that way, we can do that, but we won't be able to bring the horses with us.
Let's leave them.
We'll stable them back at the guild. We'll get Jakey to... Oh.
About Pearl. I'm gonna shuffle over to that corner of the cart and
Oh!
Yes!
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. Of course.
but like unwrap him. You were chosen. You worked in his name, and you've fallen in his name. I don't know where you would have wanted to be left to rest. Among those of your kind, perhaps, is enough. And I'm going to commit him.
Are you going to take on his intimacies?
Damn.
Or-
I'm allowed to perceive them and choose whether or not to take them
Okay.
on.
Defining intimacy.
Yep.
The meek shall inherit creation.
Hold on. Pearl.
Defining intimacy.
Holy balls.
I am the meekest of all.
Not anymore.
Where's my super suit? If you hang around for 25 minutes, we'll be able to talk to you about that subject and more on John's Fantasy Corner. But for now, we're just going to keep
Yes.
playing.
Any other?
Defining intimacy?
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Or sorry,
Yeah, let's make that half major, half minor.
Or what's the other one? Intimacy and
Principal.
principles.
major
Hmm?
intimacy,
Hmm?
entropy, trust.
Oh. Oh, snap.
That's all I'm giving you.
Major. Major.
I wonder what he did for him.
Major intimacy.
Tripping. I'm
Sorry.
tripping balls, guys.
Val is not meek. She's not taking on those.
No, Val's definitely like the
Opposite of this.
You don't
The
want
meek
to
shall
believe
inherit
you
the
were the
earth.
meekest of them all.
Ah, no, you're right. Sorry, I was like, wouldn't that be... No, you're right. My mistake. What about entropy trust?
I'm going to take on the
No.
one of entropy so that I can use it to my advantage in the future.
Yeah.
But someone can use that against you.
That's okay. I hope to get rid of it very soon. Next time I see him, even. Howdy, friend.
Nicely done, you.
Wait, you want to make him trust himself?
He is a friend.
No, I can release it and
I
give him a feeling
am
of like positivity or whatever if I release it to if it's a positive intimacy, then it gives him a good feeling. If it's negative intimacy, I don't quite remember. It's written down here. I can look it up when I'm gonna use it.
Mm.
It's cool. It's super cool.
Amaze balls.
Um,
Well, so we're going back in the city, I guess.
Val, I don't know what you sense, but... Oh no, I already said. Oh no, I didn't. I was interrupted. He was telling me the trigger for this disease
is explosion. Sorry.
Explosion. Was ease of mind.
Ease of mind.
When you are
I can see how that would target the wealthy.
when you are calm when someone else has taken care of your problems, he would strike.
That doesn't happen much in Nexus.
You'd be surprised, right?
No, even for the rich. In Nexus, people are all about the next big thing. They're
So
always about
then-
more. No one's ever satisfied
The
with what they
ultra
have.
rich
You arrive at the guild.
who have gotten just what they wanted, thus it would be the most dangerous, in a way. I can understand
Can't think of
his
anyone who does
choosing.
that.
I'm gonna hop down and stride in and call for someone to stable our horses.
I'm sorry, our stable hand isn't here. I'll take care of it for you, Jorek.
Thank you. Maya? Was it?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. And Maya,
I think he ran off and joined a gang.
good help is very difficult to find.
That's
But
true.
that's fine. Maya, have you heard anything about this quarantine?
There's a meeting being set up about it tomorrow.
Good. This is definitely, if not against the letter of the law, at least the spirit of it.
I'll make sure that you have a seat.
Thank you, Maya. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Hopefully not a seat at the back.
Nosebleed section. Hashtag Jorek buys nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Well, hell, now we need a place to stay. We're running out of rooms there.
No, we need a place to go so that we can get home. Remember?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Or-
try.
What, the tunnels?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, we don't know for sure how far. I mean, there were so many of them.
They've
there,
let us outside
guys.
of town.
I don't know if it'll lead us far enough.
Well,
We haven't
that's why
continued
you're gonna
that far down the tunnels before. I
can try.
I'm down to try. Don't get me wrong, but
Summerblaze starts supporting Ember.
Oh yeah. I'll do that.
Okay, so tallying here. So we got Summer Blaze and Ember. She's helping him out.
Yep.
We have us three.
Yep.
We had Tide is in Blue Sky.
you committed Pearl's corpse.
Committed Pearl's Court.
All right, so
That's
that's gone.
So, yep.
Yeah, the Gormal. I don't think you left it with.
Yeah, I got
No.
the fucking Gormal.
That's okay. That's
Oh,
fine.
Which means that you have to carry 3 Fate Shadow.
I'll carry
I
3 Fate Shadow.
well, I can trade.
I'll
as well,
carry
I don't
3
care.
Fate
Oh,
Shadow.
okey-dokey.
Since you
I'll
aren't
tr- I'll
super
trade
best
you-
friends
I'll
with
carry
her.
her by her frickin' neck.
Pick her up
Don't
by her
touch
hair,
my dad.
drag her
Don't
along.
touch my dad. Don't touch my dad. Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my
No.
god. Right.
I think that's everything.
The stairs are dank. Dank stairs.
Okay.
But they're actually dank.
Sorry.
Like an actual meeting.
They're not actually mean dank.
They're
I,
They're just wet and
roll
cold.
to
Yeah.
check for an ambush or whatever.
Sure.
They are.
But you don't. Your danger sense isn't triggering.
But I am trying to
Go
detect
ahead.
danger.
Nice.
Thanks, bro. 4. Oh, sorry. bro.
No.
Cool. Thanks.
Oh gods.
Oh.
Oh no. And as you filter down into there, you can just see Clem standing there, just holding her hands in front of her.
I'm sorry, Clem.
You've come back.
We have.
Well, I suppose I should have seen this coming.
The city is being barricaded because of disease.
And now you want old Clem to help you, is that it? You want old Clem to find you a way so that you can just not have the disease while I can't?
We would like safe passage.
Clem?
Someone has already died and entered into the water system, which means that now everyone in the city is infected.
You just keep watching your back and it won't trigger.
Oh, I'm not worried about a disease like that. Old Clem's tougher than that. If I
You
can
got-
stomach bending my face down towards my husband's crotch every month,
There it
Clem,
is.
Clem.
Been so long since.
I suppose that I could handle some little disease.
You should
No.
find
It's
time
shaky.
for a nice riverside picnic sometime after these legions are gone.
What on earth makes you think I ever want to eat with you again?
Not with me,
With your husband, Clem.
or whomever you choose. Regardless.
My husband isn't interested in eating anything, and I should know. And it's been very long.
So, will you allow us to walk through your sewers, or will you not?
Why on earth are you carrying so many people?
We've
Is
had
it that
a
you enjoy
really
knocking
rough
heads
day.
around while you're just wandering around
No,
up on
Yes,
the
people
surface?
Clem.
enjoy trying to knock our heads around and capturing our friends and torturing them trying to find us. We've had an awfully problematic day already, and now we can't even get home. We'd like to get home, and I'm asking for your kindness to allow us to travel through your sewers.
I don't like your tone. But I understand your need. It hasn't been very good for old Clem.
No, I can imagine not.
The disease isn't going to spread much further past the borders. But at this point, I can't guarantee that there's anyone left in Nexus who doesn't already have it. And that includes you.
But surely if the water is infected, you must be as well.
Do I look like the sort of person who gets infected normally? I told you, I'm tougher than that. Maybe it's because I've managed to contain all of the germs emanating off my husband's rancid cock. But at the same time,
Oh my god.
I'm ready and prepared to deal with anything.
If I may, I'd like to quickly read intentions on her. If she has any intimacies towards the river on which we're currently...
Yeah, go nuts.
I mean, she didn't really talk about that just now.
Sure.
If I
Guys,
discover
4.
how she feels about her husband's rancid
Good enough.
cock, that's
Defining
fine by me,
intimacy.
Tabarouette.
Defining
Good.
intimacy.
Yeah.
I am the river.
I love it.
Yes, good job, yo.
So,
Val, I understand her frustration. Perhaps Clem deserves a bit of respect.
absolutely, that's why I'm asking her
Aren't you
permission.
kind? Kinder than most.
Perhaps we can do something to cleanse this place.
Kate, will you close the windows, please? I don't think you understand. The river has always been here. An infection will go away in time. And then the river will run clear again. Why should I care? What's
Oh.
it to me?
You seemed to care before whether or not we abandon Nexus. I think you care about the city. Maybe you just care about the city and not the people who live in it, but I think you do care more than you let on.
The city is nothing without the people that dwell within it.
I try to take care of my children. That's all that matters to me.
And your children need you. They need us.
So what do you need?
A way out, and then a way back in.
Yeah.
Hidden.
So you want old Clem to carry you out of here? That's it?
In a
Do
manner
these
of
bones look like they
speaking.
can handle carrying all of you?
Just,
I think they do. And I reach out and I give her a little bicep, a little squeeze.
Oh, wow, there we go.
Let me just take half a second right here.
Here we
I
are.
look her up and down.
oh, sorry. I don't
She
know why
needs
I'm
this.
so gross.
She needs this!
Oh,
I'd like to attempt to persuade her to help us based on an intimacy, lust towards men.
All right.
I mean, so
Oh my
All right.
god.
You've correctly identified a major intimacy.
You son of a bitch. That's amazing.
I'm going to, yeah.
Go ahead. That's plus 3 dice.
Oh,
for you.
Everyone.
I'll give you 2 extra dice for your stunt.
Holy hell. Here, quick. Take the dice tray. Quick.
Charisma.
Man, wrong
Socialist.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've now said the words rancid cock to the internet.
John,
And it can
you've
never
done
be
so
unsaid.
much
This is
worse.
huge. This is the biggest roll I've ever done.
That's pretty
So
good,
6,
man.
7. Successes.
What are the rules in the mechanic?
All right. And then she shoves you into the river.
What?
And then just
Oh.
very nonchalantly just shoving everybody into the river, and then she kicks the Gormal in after you.
Whoop.
And it should sink, but it doesn't.
First thing I'm going to do is make sure that Ember is being kept afloat.
I'm
If it's
going-
not
Oh no,
surrounded.
you're not being kept afloat. But you also notice that you can breathe.
Okay.
Well, that's the first thing I
Is
do,
Ember
actually.
okay? Can I see him?
Yeah, seems
Sweet.
fine.
He seems
He's a
okay.
little bit like, what the? But
That's fair.
I don't want Three Fates to wake up like this. I'm going like back in the water, not where she wants to be right now.
Yikes.
I'm going to attempt to put her on my back, like over my shoulders, and swim above water.
Okay, as you try swimming
Yeah.
up, you feel the water just
Pushing
continually
me down.
depressing down, and then you hear in your ears, "What are you doing, you fucking idiot? You sure you want people to see you as you're on your way out?"
Fair enough. Thank you.
Holy balls. Balls.
Now, when you want to get back in, old Clem will let you back in.
Thank you.
But I'm doing this once,
Thank you.
as long as you understand that you're inside me right now.
Whoa. Like once out and once back in? Like what's the deal?
Yeah, girl.
That's usually how it goes.
Okie dokie. So all we need to do to come back is just hop into the water. Ripley, please don't mess with the webcams. My darling. I know.
She's right here. I got her.
She's so cute. There we go. Now she's so not there anymore.
I gotta save my wine for more half seconds because clearly it's gonna happen a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not
She continues to just push you along, and you can see vaguely above that you're now approaching like a grate, like a sewer grate. And then with a massive force, the ice freezes and then separates, blowing the sewer gate open.
Wow. Cool.
There's no need to swim.
Yeah.
She's pushing
Oh, we're
you.
being floated.
Now
Yeah.
listen, I know that you want to save the city. I don't have all as much influence as you think that I do. And I can push you along, I can pull you back in. But old Clem's got her own ways and her own ways of dealing with things and her own husband that she has to take care of. So the three of you better understand that there's only a limited way in which I'm willing to put my neck out for you.
And we appreciate your help.
I just want to think to myself, who is your husband? Try to direct it at Clem, because I can't speak anymore. I don't know if that does anything.
You might be inside me, but that doesn't mean you get to know everything about my personal life. Just enjoy the ride.
Hashtag Jorek buys ride.
Jorek is disgusted right now, and I
But
love it.
he's loving it.
And then she washes you out onto the shore. You're about 20 meters from where your manse lies, and you can see outside a fox just curled up under a tree close by.
I make sure that Three Fates Shadows is fully on the shore, brush her wet hair out of her face, and then go over to the fox. I reach out my hand, pet it.
And then after you pet it for about a second, it coalesces down and then back up into the same nude woman that Jorek encountered on those rocks so many days ago. No one's been here. I've been very careful looking around. It would appear that no one has been here. Not for a day.
So relieved.
I need to get back watching your prisoner.
Thank you. Don't let her get away, okay?
She's not going anywhere for a week.
I know she won't get away. I'm incredibly persistent when I want to be.
Nice.
You take good care, all of you. I don't know why the legions are here. I'm going to see if I can find out.
We're going to try again as well tomorrow.
You need to rest.
We will.
I'll be here at sunrise.
Thank you.
Be safe, okay? Because those guys from before.
We'll talk tomorrow.
Okay, just be safe.
I'm a golden tiger now.
Sure are.
There's too many things that I need to do before I sleep.
Tell us what you heard when you come back.
I'll be here.
Good.
And she turns around and just starts running, and as she's running, you can see her form shift back down to that of the fox. The silver markings from her body just coalescing underneath hers, and then she continues to run.
That is a hashtag have a second for me.
I'll drink to that.
So wait, she's one of...
Joke.
She's so many people, but...
She is Jakey.
She's for sure Jakey. She's for sure...
Well, she has been Jakey. That doesn't mean she's always been Jakey.
That's true, actually.
But she's able to take on Jakey's form. In any case...
It's so good to see that she's alive and well after hearing her voice coming out of Infinite Dirges.
I think she's a lot wilier than we give her credit for.
I'm gonna go back and pick up Infinite... not Infinite.
Thank
Really?
God. Can you imagine? You're like,
God,
here we go.
Pick him
Oh
up
my
and
gosh.
bring his spine over my knee. No, pick up 3-phase shadow and dive into the water to enter the manse.
Yep, I'm gonna help Ember finish the manse.
You gotta make sure nobody's around.
I guess I got the Gormal too. Alright.
Okay. The manse is just as you left it. Your father has since gotten up, and he is fighting with Roomba over how to serve dinner. The waters are a calm blue. 3-Fate's shadow is easily laid out on one of the beds. Ember as well.
Bring Ember over to his room.
I'm gonna actually carry her through one of the doors that does the magic drying. Or no.
Well,
yeah.
all of them do. When
Okay.
you go through the...
Great. Because
Yep.
I don't want her to be wet right now.
And I just kind of want to sink onto the floor and like... I mean, I want to examine my bow and try to attune myself to it, but also just to the manse generally. I'm happy to be back.
No, build a bed, and he shows Roomba away from this, and he comes out, and he has freshly baked bread.
That
And
smells
puts
wonderful.
it on the table. He seems to be doing way better. He's moving around. He's not just
Yeah.
lying in bed.
Dad, you made bread?
I have had a wonderful, peaceful day by myself, and I thought maybe I would share the joy with all of you.
Thank you.
Sorry, we have to spoil
Yeah,
it.
we're home to wreck it.
Why would you wreck this?
Got a bunch of injured friends.
Bunch
that-
of sad sacks coming back into the manse. You know?
At least I have my family back. And he goes back into the kitchen.
God damn it.
He comes back out and he's carrying a tea and puts that on the table. I am going to have a bath, and you're going to leave me alone.
We sure are.
And he turns and he heads off into the bathroom,
Mhm.
the room that contains the bath.
Right. That's what that word means.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Pour some tea for myself. Pour some tea for Ember. Bring it over to him. Tea. Hashtag tea. No.
Were you offering some?
I mean, I'm drinking tea. I don't know what everyone...
I'm so hot in real life that I can't
This is
contemplate.
Right.
quite
Or
alright. We're
fresh
basically...
baked.
We've basically...
We are the bread. We are
the bread.
All of the golden tigers who are currently keeping watch don't remember that Tepet Exquisite Tide received one guest in the night that you guys are just about to spend in the manse. And while Exquisite Tide sleeps fitfully, someone watches her from inside the room.
so many options.
Oh my god.
My two thoughts are Starlight Dove or
It must be Starlight Dove.
or Speaks of Silence.
Well, Starlight Dove's the only one people can forget.
That's true.
Ah!
But I mean, could be a.
Starlight Dove doesn't have her bow, but she stares at the dragon-blooded for a long time trying to divine exactly where her place is on the loom of fate. Starlight Dove is not a sidereal of endings, but of serenity. And we'll end the session here.
Damn!
Sorry, I thought you were ending on the previous note. Okay, I'm going to be right back.
Bye, Kate.
You all start in on Fancy Corner Fun Times. Thank you,
Does that
everyone.
mean this is John's hashtag fancy corner?
Ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen,
sorry.
it may just be time for John's hashtag fancy corner,
I love smoking. Are you
Oh.
gonna smoke?
Yeah, sure.
of which I am very happy
I thought this was
to say that
8
we've got several things planned for you, along with some questions for people who may be new, who have just showed up either through being hosted by Geek and Sundry or who may have just stopped in on their own. We'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. We're also going to make sure that we can get our PCs the experience that they deserve, and they need your help. That, and also we need today's ExalTwitch play of the game coming up very soon. Golden
like I
trimmer
have to
like glass
dance.
chandelier, I wish. But right now, I'll settle for, you know, a cool drink and just a nice chat with everybody here. That's fine. Where did that shirt come from, Liz?
This is the Fancy Corner dance. This came from the Challenger Learning Center in Bloomington, Illinois, when we were in Illinois last weekend. Oh, mon gracious. So I made a new muscle shirt for myself. It's very exciting. I'm also wearing my Sharknado earrings, which I know I showed off earlier, but I'm very happy with them.
I wish we had a crunk cup, but we don't. We just have a standard wine glass.
Thank you, Scott.
So, for people who haven't been here before, we've been running this session. This is the 17th session that we have streamed online. We normally stream on Sundays. At first, we were streaming every second Sunday. Now we're trying to get it in every Sunday if we can.
As much as
Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not. We're busy people. If you don't know us, you may remember us from a web series that appeared on Geek and Sundry called LARPs, which aired its first and second season. The second season was earlier this year. I played Evan. Liz played Shane. Scott played Will. Kate is not an actor on LARPs, but she is our production manager. I also wrote the series. Liz co-produced it. So we are somewhat involved in that, but this is our thing that we do for ourselves on our own. Otherwise, you can find a synopsis as well as the backlog of all of our videos. They're available on YouTube, but they're mostly found at www.exaltwitch.com. So we need to get you guys some experience, and while I
We
want
sure do.
and I want you guys to think about things. Now, normally in this game, you gain experience points, which you can then spend to increase the dots on your character sheet. The character sheets you can also find at exaltwitch.com. So instead of a linear level progression like D&D, they instead choose individual aspects of their characters that they like to improve. But they can earn additional experience, normally through the game by demonstrating actions that go along with their cast. However, this time around, on ExalTwitch, I do run things a little differently, and I ask them what they learned during a session. And if they can indeed tell me what they learned in the session, they'll gain 2 solar experience. They can gain an additional 2 from you guys, because I need to know from you what you thought today's play of the game was.
Yeah, it's totally gonna be
Play
Clem.
of the game.
That's not even fair.
So the play of the game can be
No, it's
anybody.
legit.
It can
I'm
be
not
it
even
can be a
mad.
PC, it can be an NPC, it can just be the moment that you thought was the best part of the game for you. In your opinion, throw that into the chat and we'll be glad to see it. Because we frankly just really like seeing the play of the game.
It's pissing the forcing a storekeeper to burn 90% of his drugs.
Fantastic.
Where's my super suit? That's actually very close. If you look at the character sheet on exaltwitch.com, you'll be able to see that they have dots in attributes and abilities that they can then spend their experience to increase, or they can buy charms, which are magic-like effects that they can use by channeling their essence, something that the Exalted are able to do.
Unlike, if I may, unlike in D&D, it's not a set, it's not a limited number per class. Everyone has access to charms from any ability. If it's a favorite ability, it's cheaper to purchase. And then, of course, there's progression and trees within. But, you know, for example, Ray is a Brawl Supernal. 1,000.
So it looks like Jorek's
For
trying to get a
socials.
second play of the game at the same
Uh-oh.
time, because you managed to seduce Clem enough for her to let you inside.
It's
Thanks,
true.
Krista. Thanks. Happy. Oh, and love.
Oh, so like
Aragorn gave a
assist.
shout out to Ray's speech to the Golden Tigers. Thank
Yes,
you for
he
that.
does.
nice.
Actually,
I'm
and
gonna have to
Aragorn
look
knows
into how like
10,000
that
things.
followers thing works and if that applies to this situation or if they're more as employees. But I guess we can talk about that after the session.
Oh, like a merit?
Yeah,
We'll
I don't
figure
know
it
what the
out.
deal is.
Mm.
Don't know what the deal, yo. Yeah, you denied
See?
dead
Yeah.
dinner date, dough.
Yeah.
So
What's the
GGC wants to
winner?
give play of the game to Kate for denying the incredibly smooth moves in Dinner Date, and instead forcing
Work.
an apothecary to change his entire life around.
What did you say?
That
You
was
were
actually
like,
pretty cool.
just make the crystal.
And just
And you
make
did
the
a little
medicine,
like, oh, it was awesome.
Could you stop working? Start working, please.
Yeah, that was
Working,
it.
please.
Yes,
It was so good.
I
It
just
was
paid
so
you.
good.
See, because while I'm tempted to
Oh,
give it
man.
to Jorek because of Clem, I do have to say that the Angel of Nexus has once again indelibly changed the lives of someone living in the city.
That's fantastic.
True dat, yo.
And like, well, you just said
What I do?
indelibly, but it's true. Like, incredibly turned it around.
Please start working.
Where's my super suit? We're going to get into talking a little bit about the system in a second, but for now, I just want to find out from our players what they learned in this game. And I'm going to give the play of the game to Kate for
Yay!
that reason.
Yeah!
Thank
Play
you.
of the game.
And also for having the
But also-
energy to do a 3-hour session. Like,
Serious
freaking bravo,
manner.
Yeah.
lady. You
Yeah!
crushed
Kate did
it.
Thanks, Kivati, for joining the circle. Appreciate it.
Not now.
This time yesterday, I was in Washington, D.C., which is a 10-hour drive, plus stops, plus traffic, plus everything.
It's
We get a
North
message
America
from
is
her
a
being
big
like,
continent.
guys, I think I can do the session today. And we're like, are you sure? She's like,
Don't
yeah.
do
And
it.
she shows up. She's like, I'm so tired.
We're
But she
doing
did it. We gave her some
You
sushi.
the MVP.
Yeah.
Crushed
Sushi.
it. You crushed it.
And
you got
so
to
if
play
you
the
did
game.
crush it, then I'm going to need to see from you guys what you guys learned. So we're going to start with you, Scott.
Shit. Pardon my French. Right. Many things. Let me preface this by saying many things. I'm gonna hone in on something that I was actually thinking about quite a lot in this past week, which I assumed would be 2 weeks, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
Jorek's relationship to death. I'm gonna go with. I learned that Jorek believes death to be the final rest for people, exalted or not, like a place of actual sort of peace and transcendence.
Interesting. How about you,
So,
Kate?
I don't know about learned so much as Val is discovering what her opinion will be on things like addiction, drugs, and you know, whether she's willing to twist the word of her pact to get rid of Exquisite Tide. And also just how oblivious she is to being like, Jakey's Jakey. Oh, wait, what? What?
I
Huh?
love it.
Mhm.
I love it.
And what about you, Liz?
I think Ray's starting to accept that there's no more hiding that she's an important person in Nexus, so she's trying to learn to embrace it. And sometimes that works, and sometimes she's comically bad at it. So
All right.
she's learning.
I want to see your predictions.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I wrote it above my something else that Liz wrote. Should we hold them to the camera, or
I don't know.
how do you want to do this, John?
I totally can't see what that is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have two. What's yours? Let me see. I have 3 #lives. However, for you to die another day, and
This is something else.
and for him
I
something
just
else.
wrote
Yeah.
live.
So they all assumed live.
Live, but to die
I gave
another day.
live about a
Die
60%
another-
chance.
We did really want to knock her off.
Well, I thought that when she started
Wait,
reaching
wait.
for something by her side, you would have just jumped in there and just taken her out right then and there. I
The
thought that's what was
restraint
going to
French.
happen.
Well, if you hadn't let me roll for awareness, I probably would have done that. But the fact that I saw what she was going for, it was really easy to grab it.
Well, if you'd rolled fewer successes, it would have just been like she's preparing.
No,
for something.
seriously. And then I would have just.
Who knows?
I curb stomp her.
Wouldn't put it past
To
you.
death.
but,
Bite the curb, Tepet Exquisite Tide.
What
Now,
movie is this?
Aragorn,
crap?
I didn't vote what I wanted to happen. I vote what I believed would happen.
It's true.
Yeah.
Aragorn, it's true.
And also what Liz wants to happen isn't necessarily what Ray wants to happen.
I'm really hoping that the third quick start for Exalted is, aw, damn it, the Tomb of Five Corners again. Because the first one was the tomb, and the second one was the return to the tomb. So number 3 has to be, damn it, the tomb.
I like Kung Fu Fenris's question, which is the best question I've ever heard in my life.
Where's
You're gonna stop her whining?
By killing her.
So where's
I'm
my
not
super
sure yet.
suit? I'll say this, because I know that you were trying to draw comparisons between this game that we're playing and D&D 30.5. So I've played 3.5. I've played a lot of 5th as well. I mean, I'm actually in a 5th campaign with these two people.
Oh!
And I would say that the mechanics of Exalted are designed around a different experience than you're going to get with D&D. D&D is very much I roll the die, I know what it does, and this is what happens. Whereas Exalted is a much more fluid system, which can also make it a little more intimidating to new role players. Just because it is more complicated. Whereas once you get the hang of it, I find it flows much more freely. You have 9 attributes: strength, dexterity, stamina, charisma, manipulation, appearance, perception, wits, and intelligence, which you have a certain level of ability in each one of those 9. And then you have abilities such as melee or perception, or awareness, or bureaucracy in Exalted. And you combine one attribute with one ability to generally create what your pool is. You pick up that many of these dice, D10s, and you roll them. And for everyone that comes up with a 7 or above, you get a success. For everyone that comes up with a 10, you get 2 successes. And if none of them come up with a success, and only one of them, and any one of them comes up with a 1, then you botch. You need different numbers of successes in order to succeed in an action, but the more successes you have, the greater a success you get. So, for example, when we had Kate rolling for Val to try to intimidate the apothecary, and she got, how many was it?
You got like 8.
successes?
Yeah, it was nuts.
So 5 successes is a legendary success, 8 successes is huge, which means that she literally rewrote his life's work in that one moment because it was that cool. But had she only gotten 2 successes, that would have been enough to intimidate him to just continue working. The storyteller system was first used in games such as Vampire, The Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Mage, The Ascension, Changeling the Dreaming, and it has since kind of been redone and retweaked over and over again. There was an old World of Darkness, a new World of Darkness, and Exalted is based on the same system. I will say that the combat system in Exalted is the best combat system I've ever come across in a role-playing game.
That's huge.
Hands
It's
down.
fracking awesome.
Very cinematic, very realistic.
Big fan.
I would not call it realistic.
Realistic
No, but
to more than like D&D where it's like, oh, you're a bag of hit points and I'm chipping away at your hit points. It's more of a like, I'm knocking you back and getting you off your feet and then going in for the kill.
I'm trying to gain the advantage in a fight, and then when it's at its optimal point, then I strike to do true damage. And that, I think, is very true.
The combat system
is
is based on initiative. So your initiative goes up and down as you attack other players, because what you're attacking is, instead of their health, you're attacking their initiative. Once your initiative has gone high enough and their initiative has gone low enough, that's the time for you to move in for what's called a decisive strike. And if you manage to succeed at that, then you actually get to deal health levels of damage instead of just initiative damage. So you're creating a situation in which people are moving back and forth and they feel like they're on the back foot or on the front foot, but that they have to risk it all in order to try and actually deliver damage. And that creates a scenario in which I've had combats where my players have left unhurt, and yet they felt like it was a tough fight.
Yeah.
Because they've spent
Well, last
a lot
session,
of they've spent a lot of their
I only
essence,
have
essence
one
being
point
what
of damage.
drives their abilities and their willpower, and also just had that feeling that sometimes they weren't on the front foot. Sometimes they were being forced up against the wall, but that they come out of it unharmed means that in the end it's sort of like in a movie where you see the good guy running through a gauntlet full of bad guys. That good guy doesn't like get 7 like ow hits on them before they take them out. They take them out decisively. And the same for Exalted. When you win a duel, maybe you've been hurt, but if you've got the upper hand most of the time, you probably haven't been.
Well, yeah, and like you're spending all your essence, so you might not be hurt at the end of a fight, but you still could be completely devoid of essence, in which case you're screwed if you run into another combat immediately or a social combat situation. So, or you could be really low on willpower, which is bad.
Now we do have several people who have worked on Exalted swing by. Krister, who's currently working on Changeling 20th Edition, is here, or at least he was here.
We love you, Krister.
And John Merck, one of the developers of Exalted, has been a regular audience member of ours. He's been gone for the past little bit, but we've been still in contact with him. We just sometimes it doesn't work out on Sundays.
I'm often messaging him on Twitter, just being like, "So,
Help me.
what charm should I buy next?" And he's like, "This one."
Well,
Like,
listen,
great.
You've heard a lot.
Like
You've heard a lot
selection
from me.
next charm.
I'm going to throw it over to my players because I am desperate to splash some cold water on my face. I'll be right back.
Yep.
It's hat. It is hat. Excuse me.
I
Great
mean,
session.
yeah, man, this was a good session.
Really good session.
I wasn't sure how it would go because I knew that we weren't expecting to run, and B, like, it's hot, Kate's tired, things can be either hit or miss. But there was no combat, and it was super fucking cool.
I also did not expect #live to go in that direction.
Yeah.
I'm kind of really happy.
It's interesting. It's super interesting. Quick disorder question.
How does the group feel about everyone lying to everyone about something so far?
I actually feel great about it,
great.
Crosshair. It's a real thing.
Yeah, that's
You
the
lie to
thing.
your
It feels very true. And I was talking to, I think it was you about this the other day, was that sometimes we lie to each other and the other character recognizes that it's a lie, but they don't roll to perceive it, they don't call them on it. It's just they recognize it and they move on. Like when Ray beat up the apothecary and potentially killed him, I think it was Jorek who recognized that there was something off and he didn't say anything.
That was more the Ember thing the other day. That was the one
that was another
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Where we were talking about Three Fates, and
care for
Ray
each
was like,
other.
"Yeah, they didn't." Oh, that too.
Yeah.
There are a lot of moments
yeah,
where we're just like, "Oh, something's off," but we don't follow through because it's like, okay, your friend or your ally is feeling weird about this, and I'm gonna let them.
Methodial,
Thank you.
not a
Where's my
loony
super suit?
theory. Entropy and the Crosshair are clearly the same person in my head.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Pearl, how do we feel about a dead chosen being passed on? I don't think in character, I don't think we've really had time to process.
Not at all.
Yeah.
No,
well,
it
also
hasn't
none
even-
of us really
I
knew.
never even spoke to Pearl.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Never.
this is dude.
Yeah.
Thanks. Where's my super suit? By the
Yes,
way,
yes,
that's
it's
amazing to hear.
Yeah.
We can't wait to have you.
Next Sunday. We'll have
Next
next Sunday.
Sunday,
Do you wanna go
yo.
for dinner,
Yeah.
or- Yeah, we live in Montreal.
We need to
so we'll go for
update
dinner.
our website with the schedule
Yes.
now that we've
It's coming
figured
up,
that
don't
out.
worry.
But next Sunday.
The
same
website
time.
is updated with, I believe, almost completely accurate character sheets and stuff. I
Yeah.
updated mine today. I believe you
Yeah,
updated
if you
yours.
can
I
decipher
didn't,
them,
but I'll
enjoy.
be updating it this week coming.
Yo.
Which
Sorry.
does
Pretend
bring
I
me
was
back
using
Oh,
to wanting
that's
to
wonderful.
ask the chat that the next thing on my list was technically soul nourishing technique, which lets my speeches literally leave the audience feeling like they've been fed and like given water, so they don't actually need to eat until their next meal time, which I think is super cool and Val thinks is super cool. But with all the medicine she's been doing today, the next thing on my list is instant treatment methodology, which really shortens the treatment time for my charms.
Sounds fantastic.
So
Where's my super suit? We operate on Eastern
Tweet at
time,
me.
so we're 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight, which puts for Pacific, I believe that's 3 hours.
3
3
hours.
hours behind us.
So then
Yay.
that's 3 p.m. Pacific time to 6 p.m. and then 6 p.m. is Fancy Corner start. So.
Yeah.
Oh well. Wah.
But I mean,
Ooh,
the other
Kate,
thing
those
is
are
that
really good
even if you
choices.
can't participate with us live, which we love because we actually do keep track of the chat throughout the game, we would love you guys to just watch us on YouTube too.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's great. We're doing this because we love this game, and honestly, it's really fun to do it for an audience.
Yep.
So having an audience is pretty sweet.
Hi to everyone who stayed
Whatever.
up way
Whatever.
past
Who
midnight.
cares?
Your time to watch us.
Hello, Neon
Thank you. You
Deflector.
guys are rock stars.
Neon Deflector.
And hello to everyone that's joined us
Yeah,
today.
holy
Especially
cow.
those of you in
Absolutely.
Britain or Europe or further afield like Tap and Daff. You know,
Yeah.
Yep.
thank you.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about role playing in this system versus?
Love it. No, not
We were talking about not necessarily that, but I guess we can say a quick thing about the role playing system. The part of this particular game in this particular edition that stands out for me is the intimacy system. So you decide what is really important to your character. You give it a minor, major, or defining level of importance, and that really affects major decisions that you're making, and John can call you on it. Like your DM can say, you know what, you're gonna have to, like, this is going to affect your decision point. Like somebody
Sorry,
can
they're
push
exploiting
you
your
into it.
defining intimacy right now. Yeah.
Or
No,
you
no,
can
no.
use an intimacy to defend against it.
Je suis né ici à Montréal.
Yeah, but I think he means in chat.
Yeah, I understand.
right.
But
There
Yeah.
have been Quebecers in the chat. I do know this for a
there
fact.
have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like that's a thing where if you check on our character sheets online, you'll notice there are a bunch of intimacies listed, and that helps really craft a character, especially if you're not familiar with role playing as much.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all, if not actors, we're familiar with role playing.
Yeah.
So
Neon deflector?
it's easier for us
That's
to
not
do that.
weird. Are we supposed to say it weird?
Neon deflector? Like, what do you want us to
Yeah,
say?
I don't
I
know.
mean,
Neon deflector.
Deflector.
Neon deflector.
Do we feel that we're instilling too much of our world's morals into our characters?
Bye, where's my super suit? Thanks so much for
Thanks
showing
for
up.
joining.
And you can email us or find us on Twitter. Twitter's you see here, and email us at exaltwitch@gmail.com. Go ahead. Kate, sorry about that.
it's beautiful.
Crosser was asking whether we inflict like real world morals into the game, and I mean there's a little bit of that, but I do try to be cautious about it. Like Val's, she sort of was okay. Like she didn't really think about drug addiction. It wasn't as relevant to her where she grew up. She was so concerned with healing the wounded. But now she's developing this feeling of encountering people that have been negatively affected by it. So I try to let my characters' experiences shape their morals. But I think that to some extent we're
It's
trying
hard to
be
completely
moral
shut
people.
it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that we're doing a good job. I mean, would Liz murder someone who seemed to be in great mental distress for the greater good? Probably not.
Yeah.
But would Ray?
But
Holy
would Ray?
shit, get her in there!
Yes.
Yeah.
If it comes down to judging somebody's actions over somebody's intentions. So, yeah, it's a very interesting.
Another interesting thing to look at is that bear in mind that we're in a society currently where, at least in Canada, and I'm not getting into a gun debate here, but like we don't carry weapons as part of our day-to-day,
Yeah.
right? Now, again, that's just the way that it is here. I'm not making any comment on how everywhere else in the world it could be different. I know that this is where I live and this is what I like.
Great
But
question.
these characters are walking around essentially as walking, talking, like badasses. Ray doesn't carry a weapon, but these guys definitely do.
Yeah, but she did.
So there's a certain amount of like our real world violence expectations have not been preserved in the game. But there are certain expectations that we do, and part of that is because of the kind of games that I like to run. We don't get into certain topics here just because I'm not interested in dealing with them. And even though they're very real and they may very well exist in this world, I'm not going to highlight them or focus on them because it's just not. To me, I like to roleplay a little bit to find out how I would react in different situations and find out how I would react as a different person. But there's some things that I just don't want to deal with right now in my life, right?
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
So, we don't get into those topics, and I'm comfortable with that.
Do you mind?
Thanks, Krister.
I'm just going to respond to Kung Fu Fenris really briefly and just say that I think Jorek is pro-business. And I think as he continues to... Because, the other thing to remember is these Solar Exalted are all, if I'm not mistaken, between the ages of, let's say, 19, 18, and 25. They're young
Yeah.
from a human perspective. Now, obviously, they're going to live for hundreds of years, but I think Jorek is discovering what his ideals are right now. He's currently pro-business. Does that mean pro-slavery? I don't think so. But he hasn't yet been directly confronted with that reality, which I think is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But thank you for reminding me.
I
That's
mean,
a
they're
really good
still, they're babies still
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
it comes
actually.
to being solar exalted, and
Yeah.
I think they all feel that they're doing the best they can. But they're still making
doing what they can.
mistakes. often,
Oh my God,
and
yeah, Jesus.
they're butting heads and they're screwing things up and maybe causing more harm for Nexus than good.
But it's also important that, like, we all have different visions of what the world should be, right? So we're not completely going to be in agreement at all times.
No, and that's what I love. I love
Yeah.
those
Nor would I
moments.
want you guys to be in agreement at all times.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that I find in storytelling games versus D&D is that D&D, there's very much sometimes like, this is your goal. Go out and complete your goal and come back. And that's cool. And I don't mean to say that that's...
No,
that's
it's awesome, like a quest-based.
like a quest-based thing.
Yeah.
But in this case, I threw these guys together with very vague sort of like, this is what you could do, and then they sort of have kind of grabbed the storyline by the reins and moved forward in their own way. And while it involves a little more work on my part, because I can't kind of be like, okay, so you're going to go here, and then enter this room, and then enter that room, and here's the boss, and then here's the treasure you get at the end, and then you go back to the tavern, and here are the wenches that happen to be in said tavern.
Yikes.
And what's the term for man wench?
Mench.
Mensch.
No.
I'm going to go with Mensch. I'm going with Mensch.
Mensch? You know, so like that's, and while that's a very fun way of playing, right? It's like the equivalent, I guess, of watching like a standard sort of fantasy epic movie, or
Right.
watching something like House of Cards, right? Like, I'm not saying we're House of Cards, but like
No.
House of
Nope.
Cards is very kind of gray in a lot of areas, and you know, you're trying to figure out where you stand. Whereas in a typical fantasy thing, it's like, no, we got to kill that dragon. Let's go. Incidentally, for you guys, if you guys are watching us on Geek and Sundry and you're typing in your chat, we can't see the Geek and Sundry chat currently. I mean, I could pull it up, but I think that might
That
kinda
would confuse
that would
our wee
confuse us to hell.
brains.
Yeah.
If you join us on our chat, if you want to ask us a question, we'll be happy to see you. And also,
You can
guys
tweet
have,
at us.
You can tweet at
Yep.
us.
Yep.
With
using the
our Twitter
hashtag
below.
ExalTwitch or any of our individual Twitter.
Incidentally, if you guys have any
handles,
questions
we'll
about
answer.
LARPs, we can also answer those. I'm going to stop you guys right now before you start asking. Season 3, we're trying, but we don't know yet.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that will be our
but other
answer.
than
that's our answer, and that's all we can say about
For
that
now,
right
yeah.
now.
Clip, show, clip, show, clip.
Yeah, what do we
Everyone
think? Do we
knows
want to show something?
10,000 things.
Did we want to show the clips now, or did we want to save
I
them?
think we
Because
should
it's
save them.
9:30.
Do we want to show one?
It's 9:30.
Yeah, but
Okay,
what do we
no, that's
choose?
fine.
No, I think
It's
we'll.
9:30.
I was just
yeah.
going to pull up the first one on the list.
All right, we can
What's
pull
the
up the
first
first one on the
What's the
list.
first one on the list?
Well, I don't know. We got... This one was recommended by the Lars, and
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
the
when
Lars.
Val transfers her intimacies to Starlight Dove.
Yeah.
It's from an earlier episode, and it's a lot of fun. And we just want to test out the setup and see if it works, yo. It's not this one. It's the next one in the tab.
Yeah, it's this one, I think.
Yo!
Dang.
Back
Our
look how
setup's a little
young we
different.
are. Look how
Ouch.
inexperienced
Whoa,
we
damn.
are.
I'm wearing the
Damn.
same shirt.
Sure. Oh my god, I love it. It's a sign from the
True.
unconquered sun. Yeah.
All right, so let's see.
Here
Let's
we
see
go,
if we can pull up a
folks.
clip.
Your turn.
I touch her anywhere, like her arm that's controlling it. Okay. Can I successfully touch her skin?
You can. Is this like an attack that you're
No, I'm just attempting to touch her.
You're just attempting to touch her skin. She's close enough to you
Yep.
that you could touch her. You could try to touch her hand
Sure.
or her face.
I'd go for her hand.
Okay.
Touch her hand, and in so making that contact, I transfer the intimacies that I absorbed from my former self. I believe it was to Starlight Dove love.
That was like 8 sessions ago.
So wait a minute. You're transferring.
When I committed, okay, viewers, when we exalted, each of us encountered a orichalcum object. Mine was a chalice, a cat, and a dead body. That dead body was actually of our former self, and it was like a mysteriously perfectly preserved dead body. And so the Zenith case have the ability to commit a body to ashes with the touch, and in so doing also absorb their intimacies. I did this with all 3 of our former bodies. And all of them, 2 of them had love with Starlight Dove, and 1 of them had friendship with Starlight Dove. And so I want to transfer that.
So you're transferring love for herself.
Yeah, well, the memory, it brings, if it's a positive thing, if you turn to the little blue bookmark,
You've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
I've been told there was a plan, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
yeah.
God, I
So
hope this
it
works.
describes, just on the top, there's a little sticky pad.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
That's a scene.
Yeah.
Dudes.
Guys, that was like 3 or 4
That was like
months
forever
ago.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It's a long
know,
time
it's
ago.
crazy. A trip down
We've had to
memory
change our
lane.
cameras, we've changed our microphones,
Yep.
we've changed our location, although we're still in the same room
We're still in the same
technically.
Yeah, that's
room.
true.
You can see part of the
Matching
couch in the
couches,
background.
Yeah.
We're better now. I'd
And
say,
yet
guys.
I'm wearing the same
Oh.
shirt.
Yeah, that was
Play
definitely
of the
play of the
game.
game. Like,
Yeah.
that was super frackin' cool. Oh, the Lars is here. Good. Because it was the
Yes.
Lars that suggested it, so. Oh, man. I'm also really glad that we're not all sitting next to each other on a couch, because we would be so
So
hot
hot.
right
It'd be
now.
hot right now, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a
Yeah,
lot.
no, because of course sitting next to each other at a table is much better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so at some point, look, if you guys want to send in more of those hashtag guest clips to us, either emailing them to us or if you want to tweet them at us, we'd love to get more of them. I mean, we've had a few people who've been very enthusiastic. But if you send them to us, if you send us some of your favorite moments from Exalted, at some point, the next time that we can't run a session,
Yeah.
we're just going to sit down and show you a bunch of clips and talk about them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even if we do run a session, if we have a bit of extra time at the beginning or the end, and we can showcase one,
Yeah.
we'll do it.
Highlight.
So, because it's a lot of fun for us too to watch the older sessions when we had a different setup, or even more recent ones. Every session is
And then at some point, we're going to have to
some kind
take
of
you a
step
tour on
forward.
our set.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've never done that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should
it'll
probably do
take
that
like
at some
5 minutes.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
not that.
So
Yeah.
this is our living room.
It's true that the concept, the crosshair, like we do have to kind of figure out the cuts, because part of it is that, you know, if someone has a moment, we'd like to actually see the moment. But
Mhm.
Showcase the moment.
you know,
Yeah.
it depends. So we'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
However, I have another challenge for you guys.
Ooh, challenge.
So
for the chat.
in this case, we've got. I usually come out with a challenge for everybody here. Sometimes I've asked for like a guest NPC or a guest location or a guest problem. In this case, I'm going to go back to one that I've done before, and I would like a hashtag guest line. Which I've done before, but I honestly really like doing that,
Yeah,
and especially
same.
because we have a bunch more viewers at this point. What I want you to do is either send it to us via either ExalTwitch at gmail.com or by tweeting it at us. If you want to keep it quiet, you can even DM me or use the email, and I'll be able to catch it before these guys do. For a line you want to hear said during game. Now, I can't guarantee that we'll get to every line, obviously. And hello, thanks for joining the circle for you guys.
Hi guys.
I can't
Thanks
guarantee
for
that we'll
joining.
get to every single game, obviously, or every single line. But I have a pretty good record of making sure that when I ask for these, I slip in 1 or 2 of them in a game. I did today, actually.
You did.
sure did.
I
It was
noticed
fantastic.
that. It was
I slipped
great.
in one of them today. So if you guys have anything, I'd love to hear from you. The other thing is that we're constantly looking for ways that we can improve. I mean, today we didn't have any combat in this session. That will happen because this game isn't as focused on combat as some other role-playing games are. But believe you me, there will be combat in the future for you guys.
There are some sick combat sessions in some past.
Yes.
So the thing about
Shows.
guest line is that you can say it because you think it'd be funny, or you can say it because you think that it might screw with the game. And if I like the way it screws with the game, I'll throw it in there. I don't give a beep. So
What's the line?
what was the line?
It was Ember saying,
I am not a merry man.
Right.
That's actually worked in really well.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it there. It was fantastic.
Well, I laughed.
I have to do it properly.
No,
Right?
yeah, you're not just gonna be like, whoa.
Yeah.
I gotta find that out. So, if you guys could send that, I would really appreciate it. If you guys have any fan art or any like fan content, we've had people write things, we've had people do comics, we've had people do character designs, character artwork. Now, here's one thing that I will say: if you guys ask me for descriptions for characters, I have so many different places to check that I know that I've left a few in the cracks. So I'm going to try to get to, especially you, Mr. Badmech. I've been very bad. But Exquisite Tide didn't die, so I'll be able to give you a better description of her.
Huzzah.
Instead
Hey.
of, she's a red smear on
She's
the
in
ground in
pieces.
Nexus.
Yeah.
Broken neck.
So, some people like to think that Ember is Worf, the Lars. I don't...
He initially was described as Khal Drogo, but bald. So
Bald Drogo.
Bald Drogo.
Neon
I
Deflector.
picture.
Yeah, he's Bald Drogo.
I still have Bald Drogo.
Neon Deflector, the only thing that we have to ask about
Brain.
music is that it
Crystal
has
Edge.
to be music that we're allowed to play, right? And there's kind of give and take about that. We don't necessarily have permission, for example, from Squeenix to use Chrono Trigger music, but you're allowed to play that on Twitch without it messing up. If we play licensed music on Twitch, then it means that anyone trying to watch the VOD will have the audio muted. So we can't play those. And when we post to YouTube, we just don't want to get any copyright strikes from people. So just be careful. But yeah, you can definitely suggest it. We've had a hashtag soundtrack. Maybe we'll bring that up again.
Oh, yeah.
Just for fun. We do have
Such a great
like,
week.
and I think we have a Spotify
That was an
playlist
awesome
somewhere.
week.
Oh my god.
With
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like music that people have associated
Basically,
with the game.
if people start tweeting using hashtag ExalTwitch, just start tweeting songs using that hashtag, I will create another playlist. And
Awesome.
people can just go, it'll be through YouTube, because that's the easiest way to tweet things at people. And it'll be through YouTube, a playlist, all sorts of songs, and just give a little description of what moment you think the song applies to. And we will
Yep.
implement that.
You'll also find on the website, along with synopses and full videos of these sessions that we played online, you'll find that there are bonus content, which sometimes when we haven't been able to play on a Sunday, we've released some bonus content. These are canon, and they do apply to the story.
Dinosaur.
One of them was actually referenced today
Yeah.
in
I
today's
know,
session.
now I have to go and reread
So now,
it.
yeah, people are going to be like, oh crap, and they have to go and
God
reread it.
damn
So
it.
Yeah.
by all means, go and check that out there. That's all there too. YouTube has
Apparently,
few
Onyx
theme
Path
tunes.
has
Onyx
Damn,
Path has
Daniel.
Daniel.
soundtrack. Here
They
we
didn't
go.
work for individual characters when we were first looking at them, but they might work for other purposes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Time to wrap up? Sorry, I'm
You
just
guys-
I
melting.
love it.
You guys, I have to say thank you so much for supporting us. You'll find below there's a link to our donation button, which you, if you can, great. If you can't, something that you can help us do is just spread the word, right? We would love people to be able to catch us. Spread the word. Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat,
Yeah, sure.
Kick. I don't know. There's so
What?
many these days.
Ugh.
I know.
Vine. So if you guys can, it's your support and your kind of well wishes and your words that keep us going. Definitely also have to throw a lot of the credit over to the Onyx Path. Ian, the community manager for the Onyx Path, is here. We absolutely love the work that you've been doing. Shout out some love to them. You can find them at the Onyx Path, also at Hate Wheel. And do we know? No, well, Crystal. Yeah, the name is escaping me right now.
Holden?
Yeah, Holden.
I don't-
Holden Shearer, but I
Holden Shearer,
don't
but
know what
his Twitter account
what
is.
Yeah,
his tag
kind
is.
Shout out some love to them. Look, the Onyx Path is a wonderful publisher, and they put out some great stuff, but they need to know that you like it too. So please let them know that we sent you, and just tell them that you guys loved the game. That's what we want. We want them to be appreciated too. Thanks also somebody who is doing incredible work today. Our mod, she who knows 10,000
Oh
things.
shit! Sorry, we're doing salutes.
Irgwin.
Love ya.
That is something that I am so pleased that we have. It's just a wonderful mod and wonderful chat. We have other people in the chat. I know that a lot of you were being supportive. That's something that we can't do all the time because we're busy role playing.
Yeah.
So, because of you guys, we've got such a great community that we're building up here. It is fantastic for us. So, other than that, it's getting late. We weren't even sure that we were going to run a session this week, but we're definitely running one next week, if I remember
See you
correctly.
next Sunday, 6 p.m. EDT, right here.
Yeah.
On Monday, do we have a case of the Mondays?
Ooh, yeah. Below you can find our Twitch channels where we all stream. Case of the Mondays tomorrow, 4 p.m. EDT.
On Tuesday, I think you have a Scream stream. set
Scream
up?
stream over at the Coolian.
On Wednesday, I run #RPG Clinic right on this channel. We talk about anything role-playing games, either tabletop, LARP, online, or otherwise. And I have guests. This time, I think the guest might actually be Scott.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
So jealous. I'm
so
jealous
you
right
guys
now.
can come on in and
Excellent.
tune into that. On Thursday, we've got Catch Up
Catch
Kate.
Up Kate, playing retro games and continuing Red Alert 3 as the Russians or the
Damn.
Soviets.
And
Damn.
then on
Yeah.
Friday, we once again turn to Punchy.
Adventures of Punchy. Watch me punch some dudes. That's it. That's all. 6 p.m. EDT on my channel, which is linked below.
But otherwise, guys, thank you so much. We'll catch you next week.